Should be now.
We're real now.
We're so real now.
We're so validated. Our existence is true.
I'm so nervous. I have so many pages of notes. I thought I knew exactly what I wanted to do in this session, and now my brain is totally blank.
Are like at least 3 of those protection from poison circled 5 times?
I've literally had that prepared since we entered the Wheel Death.
It's a great
and just
spell.
never cast it. Like some kind of
you guys, I think the number one thing you guys learned was saving spells is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because you should just use them.
I also didn't read my spell card all the way through. I read the first half, which was like that it will remove poison, and I was like, cool, I think I know exactly what this does now.
You know,
I was just thinking about it like totally differently. You know, like I was planning on using Protect Poison like all the time in the woods, and I had it prepared the whole time. But with all of the skirmishes with the spiders, we never like really needed it. Yep. And so I was trying to just like save it on this day to figure out like what was going on. And when we got in there, it was just like super unspidering. And so like I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't know, maybe I should use it right now. Like I was gonna use it, but like as soon as we walked in, I was just like, there's like it's not spidery at all. This trustworthy gentleman we found in the woods said that he's not a spider. And so just like contextually, I was just like, this might be like something totally different that we're working with right now. So I like didn't even use it. And then it was just like a poison of a different kind. You know?
Yeah. And you literally didn't have a spare second. Like from the moment that its head popped up and we knew what it was. Nothing. Oh boy.
It was the worst.
So nervous.
What the fuck happened to all my tokens? Why are they not loading right? Oh.
Yeah, I'm not playing this without tokens, John.
We can't play this without tokens, man.
Guess we better just go back to the safety of the guild. Yeah, for whatever reason, after the crashing last night, every time we imported a token, it was 1/4 of a square.
Oh.
They were like itty bitty.
I figured out what I'm doing. I'm putting it on the wrong layer.
Exciting.
That'll do it. Okay. I can deal with that later while you guys are talking or something. Okay, so let's get rolling. Welcome to the shitstorm that is our current campaign. So I provided a little recap, and now that we're on the splash screen, I guess this is the best time to go over stuff. Just a little information for you, because I'm guessing that your group's plan is going to be to get back to Gunderland based on things you guys have been saying, and I just wanted to demonstrate on a map how far that is and how intensive a journey that was for you guys just the first time with all your people and a guarded ship with Philomena and Dargil. Anyway, so if you're trying to make that trip again with your current state, well, you can, but it might not go so well. So anyways, I just wanted to demonstrate that. And then I have the map, and you can see kind of like the explosions represent fights, though there were a couple of fights in the Wheel Death. So I only put 1 on there, but there were actually like 2 or 3 encounters with spiders, so it's not entirely accurate. But the big fight is for the dragon, so I hope that makes sense to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And this is us, this little green.
The little green arrow is you guys as you are setting out.
Have we rested?
No. So you guys left off right before resting. I think the last thing that happened was somebody got punched in the face.
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think he went to bed, and then Izzy sent a message to Marin.
Right. So Izzy sent a message to Marin. Now, did you guys set up a watch?
No.
Not yet. I don't think we had really gone to bed yet.
Okay, so
we literally just ended it without doing anything else.
Okay, so let's pick off then with Izzy's message to Marin, and I have a response ready. So,
I have it written down if you want me to say it again.
Yeah, go for it, just for everybody else.
Alright, so I said, we suffered a loss. We are near Portier in the Wheeldath. We need a boat back to Gunderlin. More in the morning.
Okay. So there's a pause, and you hear from Marin. Oh, let me throw you guys on the right map. Sorry. Hold on. Make sure I get the right map before I throw you into something new. Yeah, that looks right.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So there's a slow response, and Marin says, Isolde, my condolences. If the corpse is in one piece, Chandri can attempt to bring them back. Get to the tradeway. Help is coming.
Cool. Marin wants us to go to the tradeway and meet him. They're going to send help for us. I will communicate to the rest of everyone gathered around the fire.
Marcus seems relieved. He doesn't say anything though. He just had a fight with you at Leeward, so he's kind of in that moment.
Yeah,
Wait, we said Leeward had already gone to bed?
I think so.
Did I? I guess. Is
Yeah,
it
you did.
nighttime?
If you want to retcon it, you can. I don't care.
I mean, I'll take a watch at some point, but other than that, let's wait till morning.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear. Though I kind of want to get back at that damn dragon.
Who
How do
among
you
you
suppose we do
has pretty much died a couple of times over the last 2 hours?
It would be me and Izzy and you, I think.
I was good, man. I'm good.
Yeah, it was mostly me.
Okay, all right. So you guys should probably be asleep against your will at this point.
Yeah, I'm fighting it a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I hope before we turn in, I would probably say, and maybe I'm being a little selfish here, but he's in a holy place special to my people. So I would like to rid it of an evil presence. Not at the expense of our own lives, but if you hear me out, maybe we can go back and rest a little bit at Portier before we move on. Maybe we can get resupplied if we ask the guild to send some provisions. And, in the end, after we rid the dragon, we can get the axe and continue on.
Just like
Thus
that.
fulfilling that part of the mission, but I really care more about getting the dragon away from that space. But that's me.
Many people in these lands will need the dragon dead. No one would abide a dragon living in the Wheeldath, just extorting anyone that it feels like extorting. Once the queen finds out, she'll know that something has to be done about it, but defeating a dragon is something that even armies can't do. So I think the first thing we need to do now is make sure we get to the road and see what Mirren sends us and what the next plan is after that. As far as defeating the dragon, I'm afraid that that's something that might take a lot of effort in a long time.
Maybe. I feel like we were unprepared. Though now that we know what it can do, and I don't think, given the nature of it, it may not expect us to return. So
We'd have to hope that it wouldn't, because it has an army of spiders outside of it.
Yeah.
And the only reason we're alive right now is because he's allowing us to be alive, because he's not sending the spiders at us.
Well,
true.
in either case, the first priority ought to be to survive the night and then survive the walk out of the Wheeldath the next day. So
Agreed.
This is not over.
No, no. Well, I'm saying I'd rather not wait too long on this dragon, and of course, taking the proper time to recoup is our top priority.
Well, of course, I'd be happy to have a dragon skull in our barracks, so I'm all on board.
Yeah,
It's
I feel
how
like
do we expect to do it though? We're down one person than we were last time. None of our magic shit. Like, what's the plan? We just rest up and march back in there?
No, I think that would be foolish.
No, we need to leave. We can only defeat the dragon after we get more people to help us.
Yeah,
after we recover our weapons that we need.
We will
Yeah.
see what Marin brings us, but I think E is right. We should focus on tonight. Focus on getting out of the woods. That is
And
all we can do.
resupplying.
We
Yes.
have to get out of the woods anyway, because the only good that came out of any of this is us being able to tell the rest of the world that there is a giant dragon in the Wheeldath.
Yeah.
No, I understand. I was just, of course, I wasn't saying let's go and do it right now. Hopefully, you didn't hear that.
We'll
I'm
be
just
sure
saying.
not to forget about the dragon.
Of course.
Yeah.
And it makes sense that he is on land that is important to your people. I think we all have reasons that we want him dead.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for now, I think I am going to go to sleep.
Yeah, you all should get some rest. I'll take first watch.
Thank you.
I will take second watch.
Since I don't have any exhaustion, I'll take third.
I will wake up early in the morning for the fourth watch.
Yeah, I'll watch with Izzy. Since I think we have the same amount of exhaustion. I have 2.
I have 3.
Okay.
DeMarcus is first,
Yeah.
followed by
E.
E.
Yeah.
So, you guys ready for the first night?
I guess so.
All right.
We'll ever be.
Okay.
Before Izzy goes to bed, DeMarcus asks, can I have your weapon?
Oh, yes, of course. I don't use it much anyway. So,
I'll give it to you when it's your watch.
appreciate it.
I give my scimitar to E and say, well, it's not much, but here you go. You probably
Say
use
thanks.
it better than I do. Don't break it.
I would never. I appreciate it.
Yes. And then before I go to sleep, I say, Taryn, when we get a moment, just want to catch up with you when I can.
Okay, yeah. We can talk in the morning, I guess.
Yeah, maybe when we get back to the trade route or something.
Alright, yeah.
Okay. So, DeMarcus, roll a perception roll.
Before going to bed, Taryn pulls off his hat, looks at it for a couple long seconds, and then balls it up and just chucks it into the wood.
Oh,
Oh.
That was absolutely
Curls in.
heartbreaking.
Oh.
shot to the heart.
Ouch.
Okay. So,
Did you do that in a concealed way, Taryn, or not really?
Not really. I mean, he wasn't flashy about it, but
Yeah.
he also wasn't thinking about anybody else at all.
John, do you want me to roll to see if I could have seen that?
I think you would just see it if you're
Okay,
paying
all right,
attention.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this roll is the perception check, John.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, sorry. I rolled a d20. Sorry. So I'll add,
dare you.
let's see. Just straight up, it's just an 11.
Okay. Yeah, so the night is very dark. There is still a mysterious fog in the area. and there are webs kind of concealing and blocking the way, making it very hard to see very far as the light doesn't travel. But in your sleep, you don't see anything coming hostilely towards or aggressively towards you at camp. In fact, it feels kind of still in your immediate area, but you can kind of hear things shuffling and moving about far away from you. But you kind of have this sense like nothing is coming near to you.
Okay. During my watch, can I get up and pick up Taryn's hat if I can find it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely grab it and stash it on my person, like in my bed.
So if you saw him throw it, unless he threw it like off that cliff edge thing, we'll just say that you were able to just locate it. It's covered in some spiders who have kind of already started to web it up.
Yeah. Oh. I clean it off and I put it in my bag.
Okay. All right, that's your shift. Nothing of event happens. E, you're up.
Yeah, so in passing, when DeMarcus retires for the evening and I get up to take my watch, I do want to ask him a quick question.
Go for it.
And it is, after you punched me last night, you mentioned, or at least I thought I heard you say, I'm here because of you. And it's clear that there's been some babysitting in combat. You're always moving to wherever E is, and I'm curious if you're guarding me, or if there's, I don't know. What gives with the babysitting?
Ace, my God.
Marcus just looks at you somewhat quizzically, but he's still like super mad at you, and you can tell he's just like furious, and he like almost can barely look at you.
Okay.
And he says, "It's not babysitting, DeMarcus. It's not babysitting, Leeward. I mean, the reason that I'm here is because you're my oldest friend." And then he just walks away after that and into his tent.
Okay.
You don't have a tent? It's all bedrolls.
Oh, yeah, right.
But sure. Okay.
All right.
And are you going to do anything of note on your watch, or are you just watching?
I'll just watch.
Okay. Roll perception for me. Okay. On your turn, you notice that there are a lot of spiders crawling about, but they're keeping kind of a strange, like 60-foot perimeter where they don't really get into your space. It's like there's a field keeping them out, but they're traversing and moving throughout all the rest of the forest, like freely, kind of doing their spider shit. Mm-hmm. Seems like they don't even notice you're there, like you're invisible to them.
Got it.
And that is all there is to your shift.
All right.
Okay. That's it. So Taryn's up next.
All right.
Taryn, anything of note you want to do on your?
No.
Okay, so roll perception for me. Okay. You really don't see anything. It's way too dark, and it's way too hard to see.
I am sulking.
You're sulking. Got it. Anything you want to do for the rest of your shift?
No.
Okay. And Isolde and Bosner, you don't wake up at the time that you think you do. In fact, you sleep in a lot longer than perhaps you thought you were going to. And you find yourself all waking up at the same time. And Taryn is no longer there.
Great.
What?
Oh shit.
I think I slept
In-
past my
Where's
shift.
Taryn?
In Taryn's bed, you find this
What?
and this.
No.
What?
Oh my god.
Come on.
The axe? This is the...
Wait, how did he get that?
Yeah, how did he get that?
Who had the note first, John?
We'll say, DeMarcus, you got up first, and you
Okay.
found it.
Okay.
Because you have the least amount of exhaustion, so you would have
Uh,
actually woken up at a normal time.
Okay, so I was at least just like more alert, and I got
Yeah.
to it first, and everybody else is just kind of like around asking where Taryn is.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have the note. I'm not hiding it or anything, and as soon as I read it, I just crumple it into my hands, and I walk up to Izzy, and I just kind of like put it in her hands,
What? What is this?
and I kind of walk to the edge of the group and just kind of look away.
I read it.
Laurel, you're muted if you're trying at time.
Oh. Oh, no. I just kind of look at it in shock. And I read it a couple times. And the axe is just, what, sitting on his bedroll?
Yeah, it's there right next to where the note was.
And I'll walk over to DeMarcus. What do you know about this?
Nothing. I have no idea how he did it, but
Did
he did
you-
it. and
Did
I
you
doubt
see
we
him
can get
last
back.
night?
Yes.
Did anyone see
well,
him?
no, I didn't see him last night. I went to bed after Leeward relieved me.
Yeah. He took watch after I did. That was the last I saw.
I slept past my watch.
I'm sorry, I did too.
I
He
didn't
threw
see
his
him
hat
leave.
into the woods overnight. I thought that he was just upset.
Could I see if I could find his tracks anywhere?
Yeah, you can do like a nature check for me. I guess I think that or survival, whatever you want.
Actually, survival would roll better. So,
Okay, we'll allow that.
well,
Yeah.
hey,
So you find his tracks, and they're not obscured or anything, but they are heading directly back where you guys came from. They're next to all the rest of your tracks. And the path that he's walked is already like very much covered in spider webs. So if you remember when you came through with Faye, you guys kind of had to cut your way through the webs to find the path. And this is
Yeah.
that same path, but it's already being overgrown again with webs.
okay. Well, I would obviously indicate this to the remaining members of the group, and it seems to me. I mean, I would say he went back from where we just came from to the Green Spider. I'm wondering if he. Yeah. I'm wondering why he would have done that.
He exchanged himself for the axe.
I don't understand. It wasn't that important.
Did he have a vested interest in forging that alliance that we needed the axe to do?
I don't think so. I mean, I know that he's tired of failing. But it wasn't worth this.
Could he have been taken?
I don't know. It says that he's safe. How is anyone safe out here?
Well, we've received one note already, a mysterious note from the Green Spider, and so I'm suspicious about this other note too. Seems to be no reason why he would do this.
John, I can tell that this is the axe pretty much.
Yeah, you can for
It's
sure
not red up for
tell
grabs.
that it is the Red Axe family axe, based on descriptions from there. And if you want to check the authenticity of the note, you can roll insight on it.
Yeah, since I'm suspicious, I'll go for that.
Yeah, go for it.
Oof.
I can also do that. I have pretty good insight.
Yeah, you can't tell. You can't remember the last time you saw Taryn's handwriting.
Fair enough.
Neither can Izzy.
Bummer.
What the fuck? Natural one. God damn it. +7 insight for nothing.
Well, we're all very emotional right now.
We have to find him. I don't believe him. I don't believe him that he's safe. How could anyone be safe?
In here.
I don't
I agree.
understand.
We need to resupply as quickly as possible, though, if we have any hope of finding him.
Yeah, I will say, for the sake of narrative, you guys set out from Mossstone, I'm going to say, with like 10 days worth of rations, and I'm going to say you're down to about 3 days worth max.
That's fair.
Right.
Given how long you've been out on the road.
Man, I'm tired of these curveballs, but the number one priority if we want to go anywhere is to resupply.
We need to leave, and we need to make sure that this axe winds up where it needs to go. Otherwise, Ivar and Taryn aren't gone for no reason.
Agreed.
We'll have to find Taryn later, Izzy. We're no good to him right now.
I don't feel right leaving him.
It's not right, but we have to do it.
Why would he do that?
For the mission. DeMarcus kind of takes the axe and sort of like, I guess, I don't know, like somehow attaches it to his person in a secure way.
Yeah, I mean, you can, it's just a battle axe, but it's magical. It's actually +2. So anybody who can wield an axe is actually welcome to use it. But yeah.
Okay.
So yours.
It doesn't seem like DeMarcus is like eyeing it up as a weapon, more like a artifact, that he wants to keep safe.
It is similar to a longsword in that it's one-handed but also versatile weapon. But I think it's a D8 to D10.
Okay.
So, and it's +2, so it would be similar to your longsword, your old longsword, but actually +1 better. And it has certain things that happen on critical hits, but I don't share that until you've attuned to it. If you do attune.
Okay. Yeah. So Izzy, I've given you back your weapon.
All right. I have to go pray and stuff.
So
and I will walk away from the camp.
While she does that, I mentioned that I think it's a good idea to take stock of what we actually have moving forward to see how best to get out of these woods. In terms of, we said we have 3 days of rations. What do we have in terms of weapons? What do we have in terms of potions, available spell slots, etc.?
Oh, speaking of potions, I'd like to introduce a new rule for potions. Given the problems with you guys having potions but not really having the turn economy to use them, so a new thing that's kind of a good combination of a bunch of different people's homebrew rules is that if you would like to consume a potion, you can do that on a turn where you also take the dodge action. So any turn where you want to consume a potion, you can also move and also take the dodge action or disengage action. Because it's, at this level, when things hit you, the likelihood that they're going to do more damage than a health potion gives you back is pretty high. So there are very few instances where it actually makes sense to drink a potion inside of combat, and then outside of combat it's always better to use other things, so they kind of have no real use. Anyway, so now in combat, if you want to take a potion, you can use your action to dodge, which again gives you advantage on saving throws, and enemies have disadvantage on attacks against you.
Nice.
Sick.
Yeah.
To kind of
That
hunker
sounds good.
down for a second and take a potion.
Yeah, it's kind of like just a defensive action in general. And then obviously, if you run out of potions, you can always still take the dodge action. It's just you don't have anything to drink during that time.
Cool. Well, on that, do we know if we have any potions?
I have potions. I
You have
have
potions.
a lot of potions.
Okay. I have 1 elixir of health. I'm just gonna hold on to it.
I still have 2 greater potions of healing.
I have no potions.
I have a potion of invisibility, an elixir of health, a potion of heroism, and a potion of healing.
Yeah, we'll
Hey.
just say
And a
you
potion
can.
of climbing.
We'll say you can do any potion in conjunction with the dodge action
Nice.
or disengage action.
John, did you say that the battle axe is a +1?
It's +2 actually.
+2. Okay, cool. Thank you.
It's like a legendary item.
Gotcha.
Very
I'm going to
simple.
add a +2 battle axe into my character sheet for now.
Yeah, do it.
All right.
For the armor class, what is it unarmored again? It's Dex plus
+10.
+10?
Yep.
Okay.
I'd still have my mithril armor, wouldn't I?
Yeah, so I ruled that your armor and DeMarcus's armor are, and Isolda's for that matter. I mean, none of them are. I mean, they're all high. They're all expensive, but they're not magical, and they are way too heavy to take off quickly. So, anyways, that's just a rule.
Fair enough.
Oh, Stan.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, sorry for deleting your vision, Stan. I didn't think about that.
It's fine.
And everybody has an attacking weapon.
Yeah, sorry for.
I throw up my fists.
I've only got a bow and arrow. I assume I've given Bosner back his scimitar.
And I say, no, you keep it. I don't use it too often.
I assume I've given
Stan, make sure you mute Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
And I say, no.
John, sorry. How do I reset all my stuff in my character sheet after a long rest?
Oh, on D&D Beyond?
Yeah.
There's a button at the top right called Long Rest. If you click that, it'll ask you to confirm in 3 seconds, and you have to click the confirm.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, I'm in my character sheet. It's not.
Oh,
it's not
in-game.
in the character sheet. Yeah.
Oh, honestly, I don't know. I don't ever use that.
Okay. No, that's fine.
I do if I'm playing a character, I do almost all of my like keeping track of my pools of resources and stuff on D&D Beyond, because D&D Beyond actually like won't let you do things that breaks the game, whereas Roll20 doesn't do any checks on that.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so are you guys getting ready to travel? You have more things you'd like to do before you head out?
No, DeMarcus he's done a prayer. He's kind of like taken a meditative moment, which he does every time he wakes up, and it's kind of just like prepared the battle axe on him and kind of like sheaths it, and he's like just kind of getting ready to go. He's very like obviously ready to roll.
Okay.
Bosner takes the time to do his morning prayer and prepare his spells. Just he thinks about just different forms that would be helpful.
Yeah. Okay.
John. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask, what is it? Is it strength or dex that is rolled with an attack of a scimitar?
I think Dex.
Dex. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a finesse weapon, so that's good for you.
Okay.
And I think it's. Oh wait, never mind. It is
1d6.
Dex.
Cool.
Because my quarterstaff
If you
is versatile as well.
God, if you can actually spell scimitar, because I fucking can't.
Scimitar.
Yes, scimitar. You can find it in the compendium and just drag it over to your thing, and it'll auto-populate it for you.
Oh, no way. Okay. Yeah, let me do that. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. So you guys are, I believe we calculated about 18 miles away from the tradeway.
Said
believe-
18.
Yeah, I believe that's what I calculated. And so you would have to travel 18 miles, and based off the travel system, you can only make it. You're at half speed because of your slowest players, unless you have some way to circumvent. How many people are at three exhaustion,
I think just I am.
or two exhaustion? I guess it's half speed, isn't it?
It's me.
Okay, so Vosner and Isolde are both at half speed, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So that means, unless you have some way of speeding those two people up, you guys are going to have to only travel at half the distance of whatever the travel thing is. So if you go slow, you're only doing 4.5 miles per half day, or 9 total a day.
Yep.
Okay. So what speed would you like to go?
I
I
would like.
don't. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
As I'm talking to everyone, I say I don't know how much danger we're in or not. I don't know if the green spider is giving us passage out from this point on, but we shouldn't really take anything for granted.
I just want to get there as quickly as possible, so we can get back to Terran.
Yeah, let's move. So, medium speed?
Yeah.
Okay.
We could do normal pace and get there before the end of the day.
Yeah,
No,
let's do-
you guys you'd get 6 miles per half day. So you'd get 12 miles for your first day, and then you would get there in like a day and a half.
Oh, is this because of Izzy's exhaustion?
Yes, Izzy
Okay,
and
got it.
Vosner's
Got it, got it,
exhaustion
got it.
level.
Yeah, let's just go normal speed today anyway.
Actually, I think you are also that level of exhaustion, Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan, you also almost died. So,
Well,
Yeah.
you got knocked out that second time at least. I don't remember if you ever got knocked out by the dragon's breath at the initial part.
I don't think so. I
I
think
will
he
add-
just went down once.
yeah,
Okay.
he definitely went down
Oh.
once. Yeah.
No, I
Twice.
think he went down twice.
Yeah.
So
there's-
that's
2
Is that plus-
exhaustion.
+2 exhaustion.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who's gonna be your guide?
I could still continue to be the guide.
Okay.
I mean, I would try to help somebody move faster, but it doesn't really matter because, I mean, both of them are just a wreck, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, so I guess I'm just, I don't know. I'm just keeping a lookout, I guess.
Okay. So wait, DeMarcus, you're on lookout?
Does anyone have better perception? Well, hold on. Vosner, are you looking out, or are you actually doing the pathfinding?
I think I'm doing the pathfinding. I'm checking up something on D&D Beyond, so give me a sec.
Okay. You were pretty good at doing lookout, right?
My perception is very good. My nature is not bad.
Yeah. Okay. You do it then.
Okay.
My
That would-
perception
got-
is also pretty good.
Vosner's guide is lookout. The slowest person I'm just gonna say is Vosner because they're all slow right now. And then the loud one is, as always, Isolde. So let's do the guide roll first. Vosner, why don't you roll nature for me?
Yeah, hold on a sec.
John, while that's happening, is there a way to add exhaustion to our character sheets on Roll20?
I don't. There's some place in Roll20, but I always keep track of what's happening to my character in D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay.
Just I don't know. I get that it's not super good with exhaustion. Okay, so Vosner is able to successfully navigate you guys through the woods without any hazards. Let's do lookout E, roll perception.
Yep.
Okay. So, E, as you guys are traveling down the road, or down the path that you guys have found, you regularly see like large spiders just kind of like sitting in the trees, not being aggressive towards you, ignoring you. But like the rest of the group doesn't really see them because they're kind of obscured by the webs. But you're very aware that there are a shit ton of spiders and none of them are going after you.
Interesting. Okay.
Let's do Vosner. Would you roll athletics for me with disadvantage? You're muted, Gert. Okay. Yeah, so let's see. Roll a dexterity save, Garrett. We'll say disadvantage, or wait, no, that's never mind. Yeah, just regular, and then +3 because you're near DeMarcus. Yeah. So even though you're exhausted, you actually like you realize that you're about to fall into a pit that's like covered up with web, but there's like it's one of those like spider trap kind of things where there's a hole in the ground and you like almost jump in it and then step back really quickly and avoid it.
Did that take into account the disadvantage from being a 3rd level of exhausted?
Laurel, what are you saying? You're really quiet.
Oh, did that take into account the 3rd level of exhaustion being
Oh, does he have 3rd level of
disadvantage?
exhaustion?
Yeah, we both do, I think.
Garrett, you're still muted. I don't know if you're talking.
I only have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
good.
thought Garrett was at 2.
Just
Because
making
he almost died, but it's because he had druid form that kept him.
Okay, good.
His animal form died once. Isolde, make a stealth check with disadvantage.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, you are kind of crashing through the woods, stumbling around, not doing very well. And yet, at the same time, nothing seems to be aggressive towards you.
It almost seems to be making me angry that everything's avoiding us.
Yeah. For some reason, Laurel, your microphone got way quieter. I don't know what happened. Is anybody else having the same?
Yeah,
Is this
yeah.
okay or no?
Yeah, I mean, we can hear you, but it went from being like normal talk to like...
How weird. How about now?
Still the same quiet. Is there like a switch on your microphone to make it louder?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I can just turn it up here on the stream thing. Does that help or no?
You're kind of cutting in and out slightly, so I wonder if there's something going on with the wire. Half of day 1, and you successfully travel 6 miles through the webbed woods with no hiccups. I'm gonna just say you guys can take kind of a short rest here, and then if you guys want to do anything narratively, we can do that. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next half of the day.
I do just want to note that per my natural explorer, while we're traveling, I remain alert to danger, so any surprises, I think, should be less surprising.
Yeah.
In the event you had surprises planned?
I don't have any of those. I have those. What kind of guy do you take me for?
Capricious. Cruel and capricious.
Marcus, Leeward. Yeah. It's getting easier to put all your tokens on the screen.
Oh my god.
So that's nice. So now you're in this other part of the woods. You see all that all right?
Nice music.
Thank you.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes, so much better.
Good.
I think. We'll see. All right. Anything you guys want to do narratively or taking like a short little break?
Man, I had so much stuff planned.
Could I get a primeval awareness check just to get a feel for things?
Yeah. You sense that you're getting towards, the outskirts of the webbed area of the woods. You're still in it, but it's, not as dense as it was. You sense the presence of still, about 10,000 so spiders, which is this is about the place you did the primeval awareness last time. So
Yeah.
maybe it's a little denser than it was the last time you did it, but nothing immediately hostile. There are some. Do you know what all the types of beasts are, or no?
I think so. Only my favorite enemies, but I can determine if any of my favorite enemies lurk nearby. But
Yeah.
it then goes on to say within 5 miles.
Yeah, so I'm just going to say that you sense kind of like normal hunting animals, nothing aggressive towards you, but this is a full, like a robust ecology here. So there are aggressive, dangerous beasts in the area.
Yeah.
And so you're not like on edge about it, but it's not just all spiders.
Got it. So par for the course. Okay.
Yeah. You're still in dangerous woods.
Yes. Thank you.
And it feels dangerous. Got it. Okay. Anything else you guys want to do with your little short rest here?
I'd like to go and talk to DeMarcus for a little bit.
Yeah.
Go for it.
While we're just sitting there. How are you doing?
Not well.
Yeah. I think that would have gone, even worse had you not done what you did. I am both grateful and very sorry that fell to you.
You don't have to apologize, Izzy. It's what anybody in a group such as ours needs to do in battle. It's not the first time I've done it, and I'm afraid it's not the last time.
I understand that too. I have always, I guess, seen that as my job. That is the reason why I'm here. And to not only not be able to do it, but to take away from the things that you could have otherwise been doing is, I'm very sorry for that. Not just to you, but to the people that we lost.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Izzy. No one could have told that there would be a dragon. Battles never go as planned.
Yeah.
Even to the most experienced soldiers, there's always contingencies. The important thing is that whenever we can, we don't leave anyone behind. The worst part about all this is that there are far less of us getting out of these woods than came in. That's the hardest part.
Is it something that you have experienced before with the Eternal Order?
Many times. And DeMarcus kind of like shows Izzy, like on his armor, there's like the underside of his armor on his sort of like left upper arm, like the bicep region, but inside. There you see just subtly, not like really like nasty marks, but like subtly there are like lines all over on his inner bicep. And he just kind of shows you that they're marks that you can tell it's not a part of the armor. He's put it in there.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, all of these are people who I know who I've left behind in some sense.
I'm sorry, that is a heavy burden.
It is, but it's the burden that we always take up again and again whenever we do anything like this.
Yeah. I hope that there is at least a chance that we can get Terran back. I'm not sure how to do this and go on after losing people.
I'm especially hurt by losing Terran. I don't know if we can get him back or not. He sacrificed himself for us. We don't know how. We don't know anything about it. And I'm afraid that only someone like Marin could be able to meaningfully guess about where Terran is right now and what it would take to get him back. But it is far beyond us to do anything about Terran right now.
I know.
Don't take it too hard, Izzy. This group can't have you wounded emotionally so much that we lose you too. This group needs you more than you know. So even if it's a lie, you have to be strong for us.
That is something I'm good at.
Good.
That's it. Go back to resting.
Yeah, DeMarcus does. He's just,
Yeah. Also, John, this
Yeah.
sound,
Yeah.
because of the way that my headphones are set up, whatever the fuck just scurried by us was like in surround sound, and it's fucking freaky. That noise.
that whole deep conversation, Izzy was just kind of like looking around like she's on speed or something.
Well, there are spooky things
Yeah.
moving about, so it's appropriate.
It's good effect.
Okay, so anything else, or are we moving on?
Ready to roll.
All right. Okay, so back to the system here. Vosner, roll a nature check.
Nature. Woo. Let me see what nature is for a second. I wonder if I should do something first. Nature is intelligence.
Well, you're going to be going for like 8 hours of travel, or 6 hours, or whatever the hell makes sense for traveling for a day, probably 6. So if you're doing something to like buff your stat, it probably won't last long enough to work for the whole duration. So like guidance or something like that won't work.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I'm just gonna do all of the things. I think this is probably narratively more interesting. So let's have the lookout go next. E, you're up. Ooh.
I see all.
You see all that there is. Slowpoke. So Bosner, roll athletics with disadvantage. And Isolde, roll. Yeah. Okay. So what happens is, and I'm going to keep you on the same page because I don't have 1,000 of these pages for various scenes of the forest. So this is a different part of the forest. So what happens is you guys get kind of turned around. Vosner takes you guys down a wrong turn. And when you do, you end up in this little area. It's easy enough to correct, but the noise you're making and the speed in which you're traveling, you have a hard time kind of like turning quickly around. And before you know what happens, E spots something on the ridge. Let's play some music. Huh?
I don't know.
Is that good? Is that working yet? Okay.
I don't like that music, man.
All right. So E notices there are dire wolves standing on the ridge to the north.
Oh, shit.
And obviously points it out to the rest of your group.
Direwolves on the ridge to the north.
Shit.
More direwolves.
What the fuck does that? God damn it! All right, so I hate my life. Don't mind me.
Well,
All right, so roll 20 is hard.
yep.
But now they're gone.
Yay, we did it!
Nice work.
We're the best, guys.
No.
I didn't even have to roll intimidation.
Yeah. Direwolves on the ridge, and they walked away.
We're not that interesting.
There we go. There we go. Yeah. Anyways, I made all the fog tokens that I didn't want to do that. Anyway, so a bunch of direwolves approach on the ridge. They look aggressive towards your group. What is your response? If it's
Marcus
just to pull your
says-
swords, then we'll roll initiative.
Is running an
I mean,
option?
Demarcus pulls out the axe and he says, just stay close together. Don't get separated.
Do we know that we took a wrong turn and that we should
Yeah.
turn around?
You guys were trying to like turn around, but before you could, you kind of stumbled into a bunch of wolves overlooking your this little valley that you're in.
Cool.
Can I tell, given that they're beasts, their basic mood and intent per primeval awareness?
Yeah, you can tell that they're gonna eat you.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We all have weapons. We're all at full HP.
Yep. And full spell slots.
I think we could handle it.
I don't think it's up to us.
Yeah.
So Demarcus kind of moves like closer into everybody as he's saying like, don't get split up and don't go anywhere. He says, if any one of us splits off from the group, they're going to pick it off and there won't be anything we can do. Just stay as a group.
Okay. Everybody roll for initiative.
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
John, can I, with a bonus action, cast a spell really quick, or is it too late?
We'll say, yeah. I mean, what's the spell?
It's not. I was going to cast Magic Weapon on Dylan's Scimitar.
Yeah, I'll allow it in part of
Okay.
your little speech there.
All right. And so Demarcus just kind of looks at your scimitar as your, well, maybe on your bow, I guess, because you have both, don't you? Yeah, I guess. Jeez. No, he's going to do the scimitar because they're going to be on top of us.
Come on.
Yeah, so he looks at your scimitar and he just sort of says, like, nice weapon as he kind of, like, runs his armor across the blade of it and
Nice.
casts magic weapon on it, unbeknownst to you.
Nice.
What does that do to it?
Let's see, it's a magical weapon now and it has a +1 on attack rolls and damage rolls.
+1 on attack and damage. Got it.
Can you roll initiative for me, Matt?
Yep. Let's see.
Okay. Got it. Turns are a lot simpler with 4 people. Okay, so Leeward is up.
Okay. I'm going to use my longbow.
Okay.
And I guess the 2 furthest right direwolves there are going to be the targets.
Okay.
So let's hunter's mark the far right one for simplicity's sake.
Okay.
Is there a way for me to indicate that? I forget.
I'll indicate it. I'll just put a little green dot on it.
Okay, let me see if I remember how to do this. So, yeah, so here's attack 1. And here's with the hunter's mark. I think, right? Yeah. Oh, 8. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to hit.
Oh. What's your magic weapon do?
That's on his scimitar. It's not on his bow.
Okay. Yeah, so the 8 misses, Dylan.
Okay, can I still bonus action Hordebreaker the other one?
It's not close enough, is it? Isn't it within 5 feet?
Yeah, is that not 5 feet? Oh, okay,
It's
no,
10.
it isn't. Okay, in that case, let me second attack the same direwolf.
Okay.
Oh yeah, nat 20.
Oh, nice. Wait, didn't you hunter's mark it? Where's the damage for that?
Oh, here comes that. Sorry, yeah. Wanted to see if it hit first.
Oh, yeah, you can just click that on. Anyways, yeah, so you hit it really hard. It's up there in the, like, snarling at you, and the first shot you make at it goes wide, but the second one, like, nails it in the face.
Nice.
Let's see, minus, what is that? 15?
Yep.
Boom. Yeah, he's hurt.
Nice.
Okay. Bosner, you're up.
All right. And I say, well, let's try and level the playing field. And I'm going to cast Plant Growth.
Okay.
Essentially behind the wolves.
Okay.
It's a radius of 100 feet.
Whoa.
So I don't have Plant Growth. Let me see if I can pull it up on the compendium.
Yeah, I mean, this whole map's not even 100 feet wide.
Yeah.
I think the
barely.
intent is to cast it
behind.
behind them.
So that it's not affecting you guys.
Yeah, so I'm going to cast it back here.
What's the range?
The range is 150 feet.
Okay.
So you could get it, way beyond them. And then...
Yeah, 75 feet. So I'm going to do that.
Okay, we'll just say they're all absorbed in it. What's it do?
I tried to... How could I share that into the chat?
Is it not in your character sheet?
No, it's not in my character sheet. I'll just copy and paste the text.
Okay. Is plant growth not in the compendium?
It is in the compendium, but I just prepared it right now.
I can read it in the compendium.
There you go. So
if you cast a spell using one action, choose a point within range. All normal plants at 100-foot radius centered on that point become thick and overgrown. A creature moving through that area must spend 4 speed movement for every 1 foot it moves. Oh, wow. Okay.
So if they can move 40 feet, they can only move 10 feet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweet.
So I do that, and then I turn into a giant spider.
Sweet.
Um,
Let me... I don't know if I can find a spider for you.
What? You don't have spiders? Giant
Well,
spiders?
I do, but they're going to be... All right, I'll give you
Oh,
this.
Okay. A giant spider is a large beast.
Yep.
Nailed it.
Yep. And then I will essentially... Where's the move? How fast am I?
At the sight of Garrett's transformation, I vomit slightly in my mouth.
All right.
All right, 5, 10, 15, 20. All right, so I'll go on top of this tree.
Okay, so I'm going to pull Garrett off to the corner just for the sake of not having to give you that spider vision. But yeah, now you're that spider.
Yeah, I'm on top of that tree.
Sorry, it's got a red outline. I didn't prepare green outlines for all of the tokens, though. I guess maybe I should. Okay, very cool. Direwolf 1 is going, and its movement speed is cut to a fourth, basically.
Yep.
They normally move 50, so is that, I don't know, 12? 12 movement?
Yeah.
I'm gonna round up to 15, because I don't know, I'm an evil god.
Just for the record, if he cast it 150 feet away and it only goes out 100 feet, it would end.
I would imagine he would do it so that it ends right in front of you guys, just
Okay.
for the sake of narrative.
Yeah.
I didn't expect him to be doing like a complex math calculation. He just wants there to be overgrowth in a place that's slowing them.
Makes sense.
Yeah, okay. So, oh yeah, I should have checked plant growth. Is there any way they can avoid it, or is it just they're fucked?
They're fucked.
Wonderful.
There's
Love
no
it.
deck save.
Oh, you know what? I just
And
fucked
it's
up
not
and-
concentration.
DeMarcus, it's your turn. Technically, all those wolves should not have moved out of turn, but they're all going to go next.
Oh,
so.
okay, gotcha. That's fine. I don't have any range stuff anyway. So yeah, I mean, seeing kind of what's happening and that we're all just kind of like prepping for this. There's not much that DeMarcus can do immediately, so he's going to kind of just like turn to Izzy and just sort of and say, remember your God, Izzy, and he sort of like touches her on the shoulder. Deep down, he's kind of worried about Izzy because she got the shit kicked out of her last time, and she's kind of like not in a good mental place. So he's going to cast heroism on her just to kind of give her a little added
cool
protection.
So it's concentration spell. Was your other spell a concentration spell?
Oh yeah, it is. Do they negate each other?
They would, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Let's see. I won't do that then. Let's see. We've got this, that, and the other thing. So not a lot I can do then without knocking out what I've already done. Hang on, let me just see what I have that requires concentration. I think it's most things, actually.
I think the words would help enough.
Yeah, he definitely did that.
You can just ready an action
I'm
to
just gonna
strike
have to
whatever
ready an
gets
action,
close.
I think. Yeah,
but nothing's going to get close to you this turn, so that's just it.
Just readying an action then, in case.
Okay. The direwolves all go. Isolde, you're up.
All right. I am going to drink a potion of heroism, actually. That was my plan. So I get 10 temporary hit points for an hour, and I'm under the effect of the Bless spell. So that's my action, and then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay. Yeah. Sweet.
Spiritual Weapon. Put it on the thing.
Oh, yeah. Do you have access to that?
Do I have access to what?
The spiritual weapon thing? Or wait, no, is that the floating weapon?
Yeah.
I don't know where I put that. Here. There we go. Got it.
Can I cast it over here?
Yep. Assuming that it can reach.
Yeah, it's I think it's a good range. 60 feet.
Okay, yeah, we'll put it there.
And it attacks on the turn that it's cast. So
okay.
This
roll for
attack.
On the one that's already been hit?
Yeah, this one.
Wow.
Before we do that, is this the Hunter's Mark one that you're attacking, Izzy?
Yeah.
So I didn't have favored. I don't want to retroactively do this if we can't, but I didn't have favored beast on when I hit that nat 20, and I don't know if that 4 extra.
It wouldn't have doubled the favorite beast thing. It just would have been 2 more damage. But I
don't know if that's enough to get rid of it or not.
No, it's not.
Okay. Well, never mind.
But yeah, Izzy, you're up. You want to swing? Oh, it hits.
Yeah, for 5.
Yeah, so it hits for 5 damage. Sweet. Oh shit, E is up, and I just skipped him accidentally. But E, you're up.
Okay. Well, let's go for the same guy there with my bow. Bam. Bam. Does that hit?
Oh. The first one, no, does not hit.
Bummer. Then here's the second attack, same thing. Woof.
Misses as well. Flying by this beast as it's running towards you.
Bummer. Would I have time to switch weapons to my scimitar?
We'll just say no, but next turn you can just pull out your scimitar and attack with it if you want.
Will do.
Okay, Vosner, you are up.
Okay. Seeing the wolves close in, and not wanting to get flanked, I'm going to shoot a ranged web at this wolf.
Yeah, dude. You want me to just click that for you in the giant spider thing?
Yep.
Yeah, it hits.
Sweet.
So which wolf did you web?
This one.
Okay. I think you can only go 60 feet.
Oh, can I get only 60 feet?
We'll say you can hit this one if you want.
Which one? Yeah, I'll do that one.
All right. Webbed. Cool. And that's your action then?
That's my action.
Do you want to do any movement?
Yeah, I'm gonna skitter on top of this tree over here. That's too far.
Maybe a little too far.
5.
Because you have to kind of like climb down the tree and then climb back up it.
True. I do have web walker. No, or spider climb.
I'll put you over here on this tree if you want to be on a tree over here.
Yeah, just kind of.
Okay. It's the direwolf's turn. This one is moving another 15. 1, 2, 3. This one. Okay, then DeMarcus, you're up.
Okay. So, do I get the sense that this one right in front of us is going to reach us next time, or does it look like it's just too slowed down?
It's too slowed down, but also that plant growth area would slow you down as well.
Oh yeah, right. Okay. I don't have anything prepared really that doesn't also take concentration right now that would be useful. So I'm just gonna hold an attack again.
Yeah. Okay. Direwolf. This direwolf goes. Wait. This one goes as well, and you get an attack of opportunity on it, Izzy.
Nice. How do I do that? Just click the spiritual weapon thing again?
Yeah.
John, did that one webbed wolf make the save?
No. We'll just say he attacked it, but that took his turn. And it's an easy enough thing he'd hit it. Yeah, spiritual weapon hits for 12 damage. Jeez.
Nice.
And it is hurting for certain. Isolde, you're up.
Alright. I will cast Guiding Bolt on this wolf.
Okay.
At level 2. Okay, attack is for 18. Should do 19 damage and give me advantage on the next attack, and I can always attack with a bonus action with my spiritual weapon, so I'm going to attack it with advantage.
Okay, does that give the spiritual weapon advantage then, too?
It's the Guiding Bolt just gives the next attack that's done on that creature advantage.
Yeah, go for it then.
Keep closing my stupid window.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Yeah. Wow.
Gnarly.
You just beat the shit out of that wolf. He's like struggling. So the visual here is a whole bunch of wolves trying to charge through like vines and like really tough plants growing up rapidly and quickly around them that's kind of like ensnaring their feet and tripping them up, and you guys are just like hammering them at a distance. E, you're up.
Okay. Are the two rightmost direwolves 10 feet from one another? Still not 5 feet?
We'll say they're 5 feet now.
Wonderful. All right. In that case, let's just continue what we've been doing. Far right with the hunter's mark. It's going to get this roll. If it rolls. There we go.
Yeah, it hits and it kills it.
Oh, yeah. So let me turn off. I believe hunter's mark. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to roll that twice. That's my shitty mouse.
Okay.
So
the first one is the next attack?
Well, the first one just dropped. And then if the target drops to 0 HP before the spell ends, which it lasts up to an hour, I can use an action. So I'm going to mark this one now.
Yeah.
Hunter's mark as a bonus action.
Dope.
and then I'm gonna fire off another arrow with that one.
Yeah, and we'll say you can. So you basically rolled 3 times here, and we'll say one of those was the Horde Breaker, and the other one was an actual your second attack, just because they're already in the thing. And
Okay.
because I mean, that's what you could technically do.
Well,
and yeah,
I would use, instead of Horde Breaker as a bonus action, I would use the changing of the Hunter's Mark as a bonus action.
Horde Breaker is not a bonus action; it's just for free if there's something within 5 feet.
Oh, I thought okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right.
So, yeah, you miss with the Horde Breaker shot, but you hit with your second attack, and it kills this wolf.
Gnarly.
Vosner, you are up.
Nice. I will shoot a webbed attack at this.
Actually, roll a
hold on.
d6 to see if you recharge your web attack. On a 5 and 6, it recharges. Nope. So you don't have web back yet.
Let's see how far I am from. What's my speed? 30 feet. I will go.
I don't think you can get through your own plant growth, but I will check.
Not? I guess not.
Don't go too far from me, please.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just head back over to the group, back onto that tree like I was.
Okay.
And just kind of be there.
Gotcha. Alright, the direwolves are up. And they are actually going to flee.
Yes.
I laugh.
DeMarcus, you have a turn in the middle there, but I'm guessing you're not going to do anything if they flee?
No, not if they're fleeing. He was already looking dejected.
Okay. Yeah, they're just like working their way through the shitty vines. And it's Isolde's turn.
Beautiful vines.
Beautiful creative vines.
I'll drop my spell and let out the breath that I've been holding for the last 30 seconds.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll just remove the combat, and we'll say that is it for that.
DeMarcus is already kind of like sheathing the axe, I guess, or putting it on him, whatever he does with it. And he's just like, he says, we should just keep moving, let's go.
Yeah.
Actually, this is the end of your second day, so it's actually evening.
Okay.
So you're about to get ready to go to bed for the night.
Great place to camp.
Yeah.
Do you think so, or do you think they will come back?
No, they won't be back.
I'm going to stay in my spider form for the rest of my druid time, which is, what, an hour per level?
Yeah.
It's
that'll
so
be terrifying. You can't
scary.
communicate with people, I don't think, can you?
No, I can't, but I'm just going to chill out on the webs.
I'm deeply unnerved by this decision.
DeMarcus is kind of just, he let go of Osner a long time ago, and he's just kind of like, yeah, that guy just kind of, he does what he does.
Maybe he is trying to scare other things off.
And I'm going to use, or just keep up the spider sense so I can make sure I know where everything is until my shape, until it drops.
So you guys settle in for the evening in your new camp.
Nice.
And well, what's your? I mean, you guys. First of all, just point of order. You guys can do anything narrative you'd like to do, and then second of all, are going to need 4 watches. So
Yeah.
I will take first watch because, unless anyone has another reason, but I want to flesh those 2 dire wolves to get a wolf pelt or 2.
Nice.
Yes. And for how are we on rations?
Oh, you guys are basically down to 2 days worth of rations.
So I give everyone. I cast Goodberry before we do this long rest.
Okay. Makes sense.
And I pass out the berries, and like this should last us for the next
That's a
day.
spider?
Oh yeah, I
No.
don't think you can cast it as a spider.
You can't.
I won't eat those berries.
No, they're like
Thanks,
little
spider.
eggs that I.
No,
It's a giant spider giving us berries.
Terrible.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, when
That-
my form drops and before I take my rest, I give everyone good berries. Okay.
Before we all go to bed, am going to spend some time talking to E and fill him in a little bit about the things that happened while he was away. So I tell him about our voyage with the captain and Philomena, and that we talked to Philomena about the guild. And
Who's Philomena again?
we met her at the academy. She used to be a part of, like, Griffin Squad. She was, like, one of the first squad people. And she left because of what was going on in the catacombs. But we talked to her, and she really didn't give anything up about what she thinks is under there or anything. But on the way back, we saw some things. Were attacked by some things, and Philomena died in the fight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say what attacked us, but it was the thing that killed Porter's party, Eagle Squad, and there was this dwarf that we rescued out at sea, and he teleported us all off the ship. And I haven't stopped thinking about it. It was very weird.
Teleported you off of a ship or onto a ship?
Off of the ship. We rescued him from a piece of driftwood in the middle of the water. And he was, like, really thirsty, but he said he'd been catching fish and stuff. And then when we got in this fight, he teleported us off the ship into the beach. And I can't figure out how or why he was on a piece of driftwood if he had that sort of capability.
Some dwarves are just rascals, I guess.
That is one word for it. I don't know, but there's a lot of things that you missed. When we were at Gunderlin, Dargil slipped away, and I talked to him, and he seemed like he was doing something stealthy, and he said he was fine. But it is just like everything is happening around us, and I don't understand any of it. But I'm really glad that you came back.
Glad to be here. It's unfortunate that we've lost more members of our squad than I care to count at the moment.
Yeah. And I wanted to say, I know that you have always had a taste for the fight, and I understand why you do. It is one of the reasons why I try to protect you with the ring and everything.
Right.
You might not be afraid to die, but don't take it lightly. We don't want to lose you.
Appreciate the concern. I hope I have the sense to draw the line between what is properly reckless and what DeMarcus might consider reckless. So, not my intention to take things too far. I'm sure I'll be around for a while.
I'm glad. Yes. And don't worry, if anything does happen, we will try our best not to act sad, and we won't have a funeral.
Appreciate it.
We'll just, I don't know, build a monument out of skulls or something.
You should get wasted and gamble.
Eat cheese.
Eat cheese, yes. Just cheese platters
Eat
for
cheese.
days.
Cheese party.
You can have a pyre with flaming cheese on top of it. That would be nice.
Yeah, that is it. Someone else can do narrative bits if they want.
Nice. So while they're chatting, I'll go over to DeMarcus and say that well, we've been through quite a bit, haven't we?
We have. To be honest, I've done a lot of things like this in my life, but I think my time with your squad from the guilds is unique, let's just say.
Yeah, well, I can sort of understand that sentiment. I mean, coming from where I came from and my work with the guild, just wasn't expecting the level of this type of loss. I think some of our members are taking it harder than they're letting on, and I don't know. I think we need to be extra mindful with our members, especially with Isilda. I think
I agree.
she's
She's not used to this, but I'm afraid that she'll probably get used to it. These kinds of things don't tend to change in a life like this. But I'm especially hurt that Taryn is gone, and I do hope that we can get him back. He was taking all of this very hard, and I wanted to sit down and speak with him about how much I respected him and thought that he was an essential part of this group and how we needed him in the fight. I really take a lot of responsibility, I think, and feel a sense of guilt for not having had that conversation with him before he left.
Yeah, I wanted to sit with him as well. And I know that you didn't come here to be a part of our group, but I think losing Aristos really, I don't know, killed part of the heart of what the group is. One of the things that you may want to know that he was very close with both Aristos and Isilda. I'm pretty sure you've picked up on that, but you know, with Taryn, you know, I knew that was going to come to a head, and I couldn't talk with him soon enough. So we need to get Taryn back if we can, for the group. I mean, I've experienced loss like this before. You know, that's just the way it is in a forest. One day you're doing well, and the next day you're devoured by 6 dire wolves. But this seems brand new to them. So I just want to ask you if you can help me keep an eye on them, keep them safe during battle. I'll do what I can.
Yes, I think you're right. I should make more of an effort to help them with this. Unfortunately, you and I are, for perhaps different reasons, a bit too worn and used to death, sadly. But the best thing that I can do is continue to go out and fight against evil and fight against injustice, and this is the way that I mourn. And I don't know if everybody else mourns in the same way, so I should be aware of that. But I have to say, Master Vosner, that I don't understand very much about you. I've never fought with a druid before, but I am more than proud to fight beside you. I wish that you would have come with me on certain missions before.
Yeah, I kind of let myself go there today. A little bit too wrathful of the druid. I don't think I told anyone in the squad about this, but essentially, because of my strength, you know, I'm more of a guardian than anything else. So, you know, that's why That's why I'm a little bit bigger than most. But I try and keep my anger in check. Try and keep in harmony. So
I can relate to that. My role in Queen's Court and in the Knights of the Eternal Order is generally defensive and protective of all the comrades around me. So I think you and I together should put all of our efforts into making sure that we use those abilities not to lose anyone else for now.
yeah, and I know that could be a lofty dream, but I feel confident in our abilities. So I don't know. And E, for what he's worth, well, at least he can kill a bunch of shit.
That
So,
he can.
but I hope
The
he doesn't go
question is
too
if he
far
gets
out
us
there.
killed too.
Well, that's the risk. But
Yeah, there's plenty of that in this life that we live.
yeah, I think if we keep Zelda, I think if we keep her head level, then the path will be clearer for the rest of our comrades.
I
And who
agree.
knows, even maybe ourselves.
Yeah. Isolde is very important to this group, so I think we should do what we can to help her when she needs it.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the chat, and you know what? We should talk more often. I think it'll be fun.
I agree. This is a pleasant conversation with you also. If the Queen's Court ever needs a giant spider, I'll let you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was a special one just for today.
I don't understand, but I'm happy that you're here.
Okay, would you guys like to set up watches?
Yep.
We'll say E did the pelts not on the watch, but just regular, because that would be too distracting to be like clearly watching.
That's fair.
But yeah, you can get that done in your downtime around dinner and stuff.
Nice.
In fact, you can actually salvage some of the meat from the wolf and eat it if you
All
want.
right. Oh, I do, man.
And so you're cooking up wolf meat for the group.
Wolf meat and good
Tastes
berries.
like home.
So E's on first watch. Who's on second watch?
I can.
Okay. Zelda. Who's on third?
I'll be on third.
And who's on last one? I guess
I'll do
DeMarcus
it.
then. Okay. So let's have EE, unless you guys want to do anything else, make a perception roll.
Going once, twice, 3 times. Ooh, not good.
Yeah, E, so it's hard to see very much at night as a human. And then you feel a little bit more at peace. You're getting farther and farther out of the webbed woods, which is feeling more and more like you're back into your normal element, which is just the woods.
Right.
And yeah, nothing comes for you. Nothing. You don't notice anything aggressive.
I'll take it.
Isolde, you're up. Okay. Check my thing here. Okay. Yep. Nothing. You don't see anything. You don't notice anything. It's
Good.
just a normal night.
Good.
Glosner, you're up.
Okay. Oh. Took away my thing.
Yeah, so, Glosner, on your turn, you swear to God you hear, like, the bleat of a sheep, like, in the distance. But you don't ever see anything. and you look around, and you're just like, what would the sheep be doing in the forest?
What the
That's
hell?
the scariest thing in this whole campaign, John.
And yeah, that's your shift. Nothing happens else that you can see. Do you,
Okay.
do anything besides just stand guard?
I kind of go and just sort of inspect the area. I
Yes,
guess I
it's
go.
kind of off in the distance, so it's a little bit hard to figure out, but you don't come up with anything.
No? All right.
How
So.
about that perception roll?
Woo!
All right. DeMarcus, you're up.
Aha!
Oh no.
You fall asleep a little bit on your shift, but nobody notices that you
Been a
do.
lot going on, yep.
And you wake up and nothing has attacked you, so you feel pretty lucky.
Mission accomplished, yeah.
And you wake everybody else up, and now it's
Marcus
the morning.
immediately goes into a deep state of prayer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a 5-minute break here, because I have to pee.
Yep.
Good.
Good call.
Yo, yo.
Hello?
Have you been reading through your abilities lately at all, Matt?
No, I'm
Spells?
crushed, man. I just can't take on anything extra right now. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, no worries, dude. How's the end of the semester?
It's not bad. It's a lot. There's just a lot of like just weird extra stuff going on right now.
Because of GAU and stuff?
Yeah. The GAU stuff has been a lot lately, to be honest. I mean, it's just there's just a lot of like really heavy shit going on. I mean, I've burned like 2 or 3 nights over the last week just going through like a ton of like super arcane USF policies on stuff, and there's not a lot of grievances going on right now. It's more just super large issues going on with kind of like the broader pandemic situation happening at the same time that bargaining is happening. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's more just like large scale issues that we're trying to deal with, and it's a lot. I mean, there's as much work there as you want to do, and it's important stuff too. So I'm kind of like drawn to do it.
Yeah.
Other than that, just kind of trying to chip away on some papers and stuff, which are going okay. I mean, in a week, basically everything's going to be over. It's more like I'm trying to knock out all the stuff that's in front of me right now, because there's going to be stuff going on like this, like indefinitely, basically. So I just kind of have to get this stuff out of my face.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, semester's almost over.
Yep. Yeah, and I'll be happy when it is, because I'm just gonna I want to get coursework out of my face because I want to study for comps, and I'm gonna try to put together a Plato paper that the abstract got passed for publication. So just shit like that. I just need to work on that stuff. Like that's what I'm interested in. Like a term paper in Turner's cognitive science class is like not on the agenda right now. I feel like I just have like 20 other things that are way more important to do.
Yeah. You'll get it.
Yeah.
We all got through it somehow, so.
Yeah. Kind of just careen through it.
Yeah.
I think I'll be a lot more. I'll be much more like comfortable when I kind of have like my comps topic sort a little bit more like narrowed down. I've been kind of just going back and forth a little bit with the committee, like in a good way, just chatting with them about how I want to get started on it.
Yeah.
But it's just like I just don't have. It's just not a priority right now, so I can't give it what I want.
Did you ask for critical status at USF?
No, I didn't know.
I'm wondering how it's working for people who did. I'm thinking about doing it.
So I have no idea, and this is actually something that we were talking about with GAU, because we're putting together a memorandum of understanding that we're going to try to get them to sign, and one of the issues on it is like access to facilities. And I didn't look into anything, and I didn't talk to anyone because there are 2 other points on the memorandum that were more relevant for me. But I mean, I told everybody that was negotiating this, like, I have no idea. From what I know, it's a complete shit show between emergency services and facilities management as far as like who has access, how the critical employee thing works, if it's being enforced, if you can get on the list after they passed it around the first time. There's just really no. Everybody's just making it up on the fly, so it's just a mess.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna ask Levine if he can like request for me, because I'm just not getting dissertation work done at home, and I'm just like.
I can tell you that it's not being enforced because I've been going every day for comps, and then periodically thereafter. Nobody stops. Nobody's there. Yeah. Quite often the building is propped open from other people who are in FAO. There's a few of us in there. When I'm in there, Sajad's often in there. Dr. Morris is going in. Raymond's going in. Greg McCreary's going in. So a lot of people are doing it, and nobody's really enforcing it. So
I think I'm going to start coming in after Tuesday. So Tuesday's my last class. I'll probably do that from home, and then after that, I will just keep going in.
It's worth firing an email to Levine because they might need to put you on a server somewhere that gives you card access, but that's super easy. So
yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Has anybody heard of anyone's cards bouncing now or not?
I haven't heard of that.
Okay.
I'm guessing they don't know how to fucking change that shit on the fly. So I'm guessing whoever has a card will probably always have card access until they lose the card.
Yeah, my understanding was that it was just like weekend rules where you have to swipe for access.
Right. Yeah. But it's for the most part a ghost town.
Wow, crazy.
Spooky.
Okay, so is everybody back?
Yeah.
Yep.
Where's Taryn? Oh.
Fuck you, man. God damn it.
This god's sense of humor is just
Jesus.
What is your fate when you have no more good god? Oh man. I've slain the good god in battle.
God.
You get a callous god who like makes fun of you. He's not just like spiteful and mean. He actually like makes jokes at your expense.
Oh my god.
Yep. Bill, you beat the shit out of the dire wolves, so
just took 4 arrows, man.
Right.
It's the funny thing about
druid.
Yeah, the funny thing about when I use all these things to balance combat is sometimes I'm like, wow, that's gonna kick the shit out of you guys. Like, there's no way you could survive it. And then it's like, oh no, one spell can completely nullify them to the point where they are absolutely useless. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, there's a reason why CR is well calculated, and I am not the one in charge of it. So, anyways, I should just do what the book says and hit you with things it says you can handle. That being said, that worked out. I'm sorry.
Let's go get that dragon. Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. No. I mean,
about face.
It was not listed as an impossible encounter. In fact, it was listed as. Anyways, I won't tell you.
You know what? I'm gonna look it up now.
Well, you don't know what kind of dragon it was, anyways.
It's a green one.
Yeah, there are lots of green ones.
His name was Green Spider.
Don't look it up and ruin it for yourself.
Yeah,
Bad
so
game to play.
It's okay. I've modified it anyways, so you would never know. Anyways, second day of travel. You guys all wake up. Or wait, have we done the night shift? No, we did the night shift. Everybody wakes up.
Asleep.
You guys had breakfast, and you're setting out for the next day. What speed are you traveling?
We don't have very far to go, right?
You've got about 6 miles to go.
Okay.
Is anyone still exhausted?
Everybody still has all of their points of exhaustion.
Yeah.
All right. Same pace as yesterday?
Yeah. If you do that, then you'll make it there halfway through the day.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, you want to keep the same system for guide, lookout, slowpoke, loud one?
Works for me.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Fosner, how about you roll me a nature check?
Nature. Gotcha.
Okay. E, roll me a perception check.
Oh, didn't mean to do it twice.
Yeah, I'll take the first one. That's fine. Fosner, roll an athletics check with disadvantage. Oh shit, you guys should be all taking all of these with disadvantage.
Oh, take that 6.
No, I'll give that one to you. That's fine. I don't really care.
Why are they all with disadvantage?
Because you all have 1 point of exhaustion. All ability checks. Motherfucker. That's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm a bad DM.
No.
This god is flawed. We can easily kill him.
Yeah, it's accurate. That's fine. We'll just move on. Let's just do Vosner athletics with disadvantage. Okay. And Isolde stealth with disadvantage. That one's just common. Doesn't matter how hard you beat. It's usually disadvantage.
Good.
Nice.
Okay. So you guys are can you see anything?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, we
but
can
your
see a lush
characters
green
aren't on there.
forest.
Guys, where the fuck are your tokens? Oh, they're there. I have so many things now, guys. I have like hundreds of tokens to pick from.
You could just get rid of some of them. It's fine.
Yeah, I can't.
Like a
I
dragonborn.
already did all the work of making all those monsters. I can't just get rid of them now. All right, we'll put you guys down here, bottom right, if you're looking for yourselves. So you come across kind of a curious scene. With your perception and your nature check, you guys are moving along quickly. You're not quite to the tradeway. This is about halfway through your travel, but I'm just going to give you the other half of the travel fine because you rolled high enough. But you come across a clearing and you see two figures arguing and fighting each other. Let's see, GM overlay, make that tokens. It's
what in the world?
And from this clearing, you hear like, "Them's my sheep. Get away from them!" And the other one saying, "Fuck off! I found them first." And they're just hammering on each other, just slapping each other around. There's blood on the ground. They're goring each other. It's looking like just a complete shit show. The whole area is covered in blood from them and from these sheep that are dead and on the ground. And in the middle of their argument, one of them turns around and says, "Wait, did you hear that?"
Sorry, is that it?
Yep.
Can I immediately cast Pass Without Trace?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna immediately cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and do that. There we go. So for an hour, we're super silent. All of us, +10 to Dex stealth checks.
All right.
Yeah, I'm also going to cast guidance on myself to give myself an extra D4 on ability checks.
Go for it. And what do you guys do?
Sneak away?
I'm guessing all of you are trying to stealth right now?
I see everyone like casting spells. I was about to run in and tell them to chill the fuck out. I'm currently seeing everyone casting spells, so I'm kind of like looking at them for not only
are they casting spells, but E just like whipped his hands around in the air and like a layer of shadow just like descended on all of you, and you're all like subdued, kind of like blending into the forest. Like you can visually see it, and it's really trippy looking.
Okay, yeah. So DeMarcus is just kind of like mouth agape, because like as DeMarcus is about to like tell them like, "Gentlemen, don't fight." Like he's just like, "Oh shit." Yeah.
We should be very +quiet and maybe go around them.
Yeah, I gesture similarly.
All right, so all of you roll stealth checks. All
+10
of
bonus.
you with disadvantage, because except for DeMarcus, I guess.
Well, and they all get +10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks.
So it's going to be disadvantage, but +10 and plus whatever for Izzy's guidance to herself.
Okay.
I hate my mouse. I'm sorry. Take your pick.
D4.
Let me pull this up.
Sorry, it did it twice. I only clicked it once, but it was taking forever.
No, that's fine. So Izzy,
the lower one +10.
14. So you're at 16. Is that correct, Izzy?
Okay. Not so bad.
16. E is at 25. DeMarcus is at 22, and Vosner is at 13.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
Oh no. What do you mean?
Oh
no.
Is that a natural 20?
It is.
Me. Oh god.
One of them says, "Oh, I hear something. There's something over there." And he starts to walk your direction. And he's just like stomping as he walks. He's covered in blood, and like one of his arms is like broken at like backwards. But as he's walking, you're watching the arm like uncrack itself and form back normal, like it's healing in real time.
Oh, good.
What do you guys do?
I am terrified.
Shit.
I am going to. I'm gonna cast aid on everyone. Well, at least all the people I can.
Okay.
Can I do that right now, John, or is that?
If you do that, you will no longer be hiding and be completely visible.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know.
I will remain quiet then and look to my companions for guidance.
Do we assume that they see us?
He's walking towards you. You do not know if he sees you.
Can we move as a group, like away from the clearing, back into the woods? Like a collective disengage?
I think if you did that, you would also have to pair that with a hide attempt again to see if you can hide, like stealth.
That's not gonna work. We're so disadvantaged.
All right, I draw my scimitar.
I'm gonna step forward and begin muttering under my breath and cast blindness on them both.
Oh, nice.
Blindness
Oh,
on both of them? How can you do it at this range?
Yep. Well, maybe not at this range. Fuck.
Yeah, what's our range here?
30 feet. So I can cast it at second level just on this one, but I think that would freak him the fuck out.
Yeah, he was the only one. I guess I didn't roll for the other guy. Let me roll for the other guy and see if he also saw you.
Nat 1, let's go.
Nope. So just that one guy saw you. Or like thinks he perceived you. Perception can be like sound and all sorts of shit. Okay. You can blind or deafen a foe. Choose one creature. Make a Constitution saving throw. So, and are you casting it at third level?
No, just at second level for this guy. Because I can only cast it 30 feet.
So what's the... So it's Constitution saving throw?
Yep.
Oof. So what's the DC it has to beat?
15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
Did you say 15?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. It beats it. So all of a sudden, like darkness like pours out of Isolde's fingers and goes flying towards the face of this troll, and he like kind of slaps his face around a bit and says, "Yeah, there is something over here."
Oh, I cast aid. Oh my god.
Okay. And roll for initiative.
Scary.
Can I do aid right now, John, or is it too late?
Yeah, we'll give you aid because we
right.
got blindness from. What from Izzy?
Oh god.
It was worth a try.
Oh,
Also,
sorry,
I don't know why it says that it's an abjuration spell, because it's a necromancy spell.
Increase by 5. Cool.
Who are you casting aid on?
Hang on, I'm gonna roll initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll cast it on the three of you, not myself.
Thanks. Cool.
Okay. Oh, fuck me. I don't have any battle music on.
What do you mean battle music? We're going to negotiate with these guys. That's going to be it.
That seems a bit presumptuous. I don't see any problem here at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you guys add yourself? Did you select yourselves and then do the initiative thing?
Yeah, but it said that I couldn't do it. It wouldn't let me select my token.
Okay, I'll add turns, and then you guys can set them. What was DeMarcus's? 19? Okay, got it. Damn. This is the smallest turn order thing I think we've ever had. Yeah, so DeMarcus, you are up.
Okay. Let's see.
For the record, aid doesn't require concentration.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I'm consciously picking spells based on that kind of thing. I never thought of that before, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal for paladins.
Yeah.
Which things you use.
Okay, so I mean, like, I feel like, you know, meta-wise, it's quite clear that I should be attacking this guy, but narrative-wise, I'm not totally convinced of that.
No, he's running at you now.
Oh shit! Okay, all right. Yeah, that's different.
Drop him, man.
So we are going to, let's see. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm just gonna run at that guy and whoa. Sorry, I got too many windows. Can I move myself, John, or not? Are you moving?
No, you can move yourself.
Can I?
You should be able to. Purple is you.
Yeah. For some reason I can't. I don't know. It's like not even registering on him.
Yeah, you're on the token layer. I'll just move you.
Oh, there. Oh, was that you?
Yeah,
Or
was me.
me? Okay. Can I move all the way up to him right now and attack?
Yeah. Well, how far can you move? Yeah, it says you can control
30.
him. So.
I guess, you know what, I'll stay kind of like right in front of everyone, but as close to them as I can.
Okay.
And since he's just like blasting at us, I'm just gonna ready an attack.
Okay.
And so my plan is when he comes within range, I am going to try to nail him with let's see, Divine Smite at 2nd level.
Yeah, so the way Smite works for Paladins is that it's actually a lot, it's really, it's like additive damage. So if you ever hit on an attack, you can decide after you've hit with that attack that you want to add Smite damage, and then you can select how much you want to add. So it's a very easy that you'll never miss with a Smite, basically.
Okay.
But so you're basically just readying a regular attack.
Yeah, and then as a bonus action, I will. If I cast Divine Sense, if I cast Divine Favor on myself right now, would that mean that I can't use Divine Smite when he approaches? Because Divine Smite is like a, I don't know, it's like a locked-in spell that I have.
Let's just not for now, just because I don't want to have to figure it out.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, I'll just ready an attack then for him.
Okay. E, you're up.
Yeah. Bonus action, Hunter's Mark. The troll coming to us.
Okay.
Is he a beast?
No.
Bummer. Okay, so he's Hunter's Mark for bonus action. Let's longbow attack once, and I have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that have not yet acted per Natural Explorer.
Yeah, sweet.
So I haven't used that because I'm a fool. So I'm gonna do that here. 15.
Yeah. 15 hits.
Cool. And then, yeah, he's Hunter's marked already. I'll send out another arrow at him. Same thing for second attack.
Okay. So minus 14.
Oh yeah,
and
buddy.
Then wow, look at this guy. Minus what's that? 7 plus 14, so minus 21.
But it's a nat 20, so.
Yeah, no, I mean I already did it. It adds it in there. You see why
sweet.
it's +2 and plus. I guess it automatically adds Hunter's Mark dice twice. Whatever. I'll just allow it.
Oh, is that what it's doing?
Yeah,
I see the crit. Okay.
Oh, I'll have to look that up, make sure that still works. But yeah. Okay. Sweet. Yeah. So he comes lumbering down the hill after Izzy's spell fails to blind him, and you just like hit him hard in the head with 2 arrows. I mean, they're just like in his eye sockets. I mean, it's fucking intense.
Nice.
Nice.
And he's like, one of his eyes is like literally just gushing blood.
Gross. A smirk appears on my face.
Yeah, as it should.
As it should.
This guy is going to get. Whoa! What the fuck's that? Why is my screen freaking out? Ah! Okay, he's going to get up to DeMarcus, and he's going to try to attack DeMarcus. Why don't you do your attack to see if it hits? Yeah, it does. So, what's that? D10?
It should be. Is it working right for that axe, John?
Yeah, but it
Okay.
says 1d8 plus 3 strength plus magic, and then but I see a 7 1d10 on the other side of it. Oh, that's for if you were doing it two-handed, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Okay.
So you hit him. I'm guessing you're only doing one-handed. I'm guessing if your
Yep.
shield up. So yeah, you hit him for 6, and then you want to smite on top of that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll do a 2nd level smite. So that's going to be 3d8 radiant damage. Yeah. Okay. And is this guy? This guy's not a fiend, right? Or an undead?
Correct.
Okay.
He's just a forest creature. It's actually a giant. That's his archetype or whatever.
Okay. So 3d8.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So he comes lumbering down, an arrow in his eye, and he comes up to smack you. And before he can strike you, you like lunge and like pierce your sword like through his heart, and like radiant damage flies through him, and he is on the ground.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
It was the axe, so I guess narratively, I don't know. I just like bring it down in his chest or something.
Nice.
Yeah, and when you do, like, just blood and gore erupts everywhere. Bosner, you are up. Garrett, you're muted, so.
There we go.
Yep.
Still a panther.
Okay.
But I can't get to a place that gets me 20 feet away.
So
I'll
he's
just go.
he's on the ground. This big guy. He looks dead to you.
He looks dead.
Yes.
Wonderful.
DeMarcus is like standing over him with a like radiant flaming blade sticking out of him, or I guess radiant light blade. I guess it's an axe. Anyways, sorry. You bring down the axe of the red axe family onto this troll.
Onto that troll. All right, I'll go over here. Is movement still halved?
Oh yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so I'll just hang out right there.
Okay. Isolde.
Does the other troll look aggressive?
Yeah, he's starting to come your way too.
Cool.
Tell him to take the sheep and go.
Back off.
No, I
buddy.
want those sheep, man.
I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at him.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Make sure I have the right spell slots. Yeah, I do. Oh, it's only a 10.
That's a miss.
Woof.
Woof.
Okay. Is that all you do with your turn? Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
I will move all of my 15 feet.
Okay. He is going to run towards you guys. And that, I guess he's going to spend his action moving as well. So now he's right on top of you guys.
Fuck.
DeMarcus, you're up.
Oh, shit. So, I mean, I saw this giant like regenerate, and I'm not entirely convinced that like it's dead. So what am I looking at right now, John? Like my axe is like in its chest and it's bleeding everywhere.
Yeah, and he is not moving.
All right, and so the other one is like directly on top of Izzy. Okay. So,
Bosner, are we making you a big panther?
Yeah.
Okay. You are a big panther now.
To reflect my CR1-ness.
Yep.
yeah, sorry, John. I don't know what's going on. I still can't move to Mark's around.
Where would you like to go? Can you ping
Yeah,
it?
could you move him just up, like right next to Izzy, like on the square above Izzy? Yeah.
There it is.
Okay, and then I'm just going to. Oh boy, I'm gonna cast command on this guy.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna command him to grovel.
What's the
That's
save?
dark.
Let's see. Hang on, I think it's a 14.
14 what?
Wisdom. Sorry.
Surely trolls are not high in wisdom. Yeah.
That's what I was hoping.
So yeah,
Okay,
he grovels.
All right. Sorry, I clicked it. I'm trying not to overload it. What the fuck? All right. So let's see. Blah 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 blah. So it falls prone and it ends its turn on its next turn.
Okay.
And that's an action. That's all I can do.
All right. E, you're up.
All right, I can only move 15 feet. So I'm exhausted, so I'm going to move up to the corpse of the old one. And then, as an active intimidation, which is risky because I'm not very charismatic, but in an active intimidation, I'm going to try to behead the troll on the ground.
Hell yeah.
So I'll roll for it, but
Yeah,
I'd like
roll an
to,
attack.
like to cut its head off anyways. Ooh, that's not very...
So roll the attack for cutting its head off.
All right, I guess that's scimitar. Bam. Nice.
Yeah. So you try to like menacingly cut off a head with a scimitar, but it's kind of like a slashing weapon. So it's kind of like it takes like a bunch of hacks, and it's not like you get through and you cut off its head, but it takes so long that the intimidation factor is kind of gone.
Yeah, it's like a little montage of everyone else battling and me sitting there hacking his head off.
Yeah. And as you're like chopping off its head and then like holding the skull and looking at it,
oh no,
it stands up again.
Oh my god!
Without its head and swings at you.
What? Oh, come on.
I'm guessing that doesn't hit.
Nah, that's not gonna hit. Ooh.
It's not an undead?
No, it's not.
Fucking hell.
And then, so it bites you and claws you. So you take, I'm guessing your AC is below 18.
My AC is 17, yeah.
Yeah, so you take 9 piercing damage and 12 slashing damage.
9 and then 12. Okay.
So at this moment, I'm going to allow Vosner and E to make nature checks.
Okay.
Just like as reactions to seeing that.
Dang. Oh wait, I'm a tiger, so does my
It's
nature
fine.
check
Just
change?
make it uses your base stats for intelligence-based things. Okay, so E gets it anyways. The DC was 15. You recognize what this is, and it's a troll.
Yeah.
And you recognize from the stories and from the little bit of time you paid attention in Enna's class that a troll cannot be killed unless something burns it or uses acid to make it die. So like unless this thing dies from acid or fire, it will always regenerate.
Well, upon having that insight, I of course shout, "Kill it with fire or acid."
Okay. Bosner, you are up.
All right. I'm going to take, I guess, a 5-foot step back. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll take 20 feet back, turn into a regular druid.
Okay.
As a bonus action, and then cast Flaming Sphere.
You have Flaming Sphere?
Yep.
He does. I looked at his spells yesterday.
I trust Garrett, but I trust Laurel and Garrett combined more than anything.
Yeah. It was quite fortuitous. I'm going to cast it at 3rd level.
Damn, son. But you know what, Garrett? Kudos to you, because saving spell slots is a bad game. Just fucking go ham.
That's what I'm gonna do. I mean, it's already off of a long rest, so why not?
Yeah. I 100% agree.
Okay, so I turn back into a druid, and I get my components. I do some fancy hand motions, and I cast it in a 5-foot diameter. What does it say?
Okay. I'm guessing it's a 5-foot diameter sphere.
Yeah, it's a sphere.
Hurl or something.
In an unoccupied area. Creature ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere, must make a dex throw or take 3d6 fire damage.
Okay. So dex saving throw.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's hitting both of those things, both monsters?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it right here.
Okay. So the top one succeeds. What's the bottom one do?
So the top one takes half of the damage.
All right, so I roll the damage.
Okay, and it's gonna be 3d6. Get out of the way. Turn order.
I would say, yeah, good point.
Actually, it goes prone on its turn.
Yeah, it's not prone yet. That was just me getting funky with the rotation. So 13 damage. Yeah, that's enough to light this headless troll on fire and smolder its corpse. And like the head in your hand disintegrates into ash as well.
No.
Worst case scenario.
I'm devastated.
And yeah, so the top one takes how much damage? Half of that?
Yeah.
All right, -8 or 7. Okay. And it is now just sitting in a flaming sphere or something like that?
The sphere is actually right here.
Yeah.
So I can move it around on my turn, but if it ends its turn within 5 feet of that sphere, it takes another 3d6 damage.
Yeah, well, it's going to. Isolde.
I don't have anything that's fire-based, but...
Doesn't matter. It has to be killed with fire.
Yeah.
Just some table talk for you.
Yeah, I know. In an act of rage, anyway, Isolde's gonna cast Inflict Wounds on it and just, like, grab its face.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That's
It hasn't
dark.
gone yet, so it still has its AC and everything, but yeah, go for it. Wait, are you at disadvantage because of 3 levels of exhaustion?
On attacks?
Yeah, that's what third level exhaustion does.
Hang on. Disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. Yeah, I guess so. Here, I'll do it one more time at the same level. See if it makes a difference. Nope.
Yeah, it still hits, I guess. And I'll take that first one's damage, because whatever.
Oops.
So, yeah, you do 19 necrotic damage to it. You, like, reach out as it's, like, listening to the commands of DeMarcus and, like, locked eyes with him, and you just, like, tear into its flesh with necrotic damage. It's pretty intense. He's also catching fire because of a giant flaming sphere that's being controlled by Bosner.
I don't seem to care that my arms are super close to fire right now. I'm just, like, in it.
Yeah. The troll goes, and he would regenerate, but he's taken fire damage, so he does not. And he takes, he just jumps down to the ground groveling and takes, how much damage, Gert?
Let's get that again.
He's going to have disadvantage on this.
Save. Not good, but he's got to be 14. Okay. So he takes 9 fire damage.
Yeah.
And...
Man, I gotta start giving you guys harder encounters.
No, you don't.
No,
You know what
it's
the problem is? Gert is just fucking crushing it this episode.
Yeah.
Right. And I happen to have Flaming Sphere on, so there you go.
I'm gonna have to start asking for like spell lists so I know what to fucking throw at you. Okay. So that's the troll's turn. DeMarcus, you're up.
Yeah, so watching everyone just like pummel this thing, I'm actually just going to recast command and command it to remain.
Okay.
So it still needs to do a 14 wisdom save.
It fails. So it will stay huddled on the ground and be slowly beat to death. Leeward is up.
Yeah, so as I have no fire or acid, I'm going to use my scimitar, and if I can, aim like to get its arms cut off so it can't claw at us any further.
Just table talk order. It's not going to slow it down from clawing, but it's already going to be groveling next turn, so you can just attack it.
All right, just for the fun of it, sure.
Yeah.
Such unholy horror.
There's attack 1, which I'm sure misses.
It does
and
miss.
then second attack.
Well, you have advantage, so we'll count those as your first attack, and then
Sure.
roll advantage for the second attack.
Let's do it. Bang.
Yeah, so you hit it for 10 damage.
I laugh.
Nice.
Gotta laugh.
Gotta laugh.
Oh god.
Hey, for your roll here for your scimitar, it says +3 for dex, +1 for mod, and +3 for
that was
proficiency.
a relic of...
Is-
Sorry.
yeah,
that
from
was
your old swords.
No,
Anyways.
that was from DeMarcus giving me some sort of benefit, so let me get rid of that. Just take one off of damage.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It still hits by a long shot, so it's fine. But yeah, you do 10 damage to it. It is hurting for sure.
Cool.
Bosner, you're up.
I don't know. You just see my eyes grow brighter. So the druid looks angry. And he just holds the flaming sphere there.
Yeah. Roll. Let's do dex again. Right? Or no, it would be on his turn.
It would be on his turn. So I could move it, but
Yeah, but you could
it
also
would-
do something. You could like go and smack it with your staff if you wanted to. But if you just want to chill out and slowly burn it to death, that's also a respectable choice.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. How far am I away?
Oh, you're also little again. Let me
Yeah, I'm
make
also
it
a little.
Yeah, you can get up there and hit it. So there is a giant flaming sphere on it on
Yeah.
that side, so maybe
Yeah. Well, I could turn back into a panther. It doesn't break my concentration.
correct.
And
And jump on top of it while it's
Yeah,
on
I'm gonna
fire.
pounce it. Yeah.
Okay,
While it's on
Oh.
fire.
I'll allow it.
Sweet.
Go for the pounce. You have an advantage on the attack.
Whoop. All right. So it'll be just a straight roll then.
Yeah.
Okay.
This group is taking out a lot of emotions right now.
Damn it.
No, it's advantage.
Oh, advantage.
Oh, wait. Do you
Well,
have
it'd be a-
exhaustion 3?
Yeah. No, I have exhaustion too.
Yeah, so it's still advantage.
Okay. So 17.
Okay, yeah, 17 hits. And roll your attack damage.
Sweet. So I guess it fails its strength save.
Oh, let's.
Well, it's already on the ground.
Yeah, no, it's disadvantage on saving throws. Yeah, it fails.
Thank God.
Go for that.
I get to
light
do
attack.
it now. All right.
Technically, it doesn't because it's a same size creature as you, but well, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Whatever.
Where's the sphere though?
Yeah.
Sphere is right here. That's why I'm up
Okay,
here.
good. Okay.
Yeah.
So 1d8 plus 3. Whoop. So 5, and then 1d10 plus 3.
Yeah.
10.
So for narrative purposes, and because your Panther has temporary HP, that's pointless for anyways, it doesn't matter if you take it. You're not able to like successfully get away from the flaming sphere, but you just like jump through the flaming sphere and onto the thing and bite it and rip it to shreds, and the fire that's like covering your claws and fur like also burns it, and it like turns into ash and dies.
Nice.
Yeah. All of a
And
sudden
now-
you hear like an Aerosmith scream going, wow! Jump through the sphere.
Sweet. And now the sheep are yours, which is the
Wow.
goal of this.
Wait, are they
the
dead?
loot is yours. They are totally dead. They're like really fucked up and
All right.
like gored and half eaten.
Is 3 dead sheep the same as 2 live chickens, just value-wise?
what's the conversion?
With inflation, it's really hard to make that conversion.
Like on the
Well-
market, how close would they get us to something like a ballista?
Mossstone 3 months ago, very close, but Mossstone now, sheep is just it's abundant. The trade that the Leventhorpes have opened up has really changed things around.
Oh, Jesus.
Sweet. As a giant panther, I go over there and I take one and I kind of show my fangs a little bit, and I go and sit under this tree and eat a sheep.
Oh, gross.
You're gonna eat a sheep? All right, yeah, go for it.
Cool.
We're not.
Marcus is cleaning troll blood off of the Norseman's axe.
I'm standing, looking dejected at my hand covered in ash.
Yeah.
DeMarcus smiles at that.
Some old friend, man.
It is funny, Dylan. DeMarcus would have found that very enjoyable, actually.
The warted.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll as a giant panther eat a sheep underneath a tree.
All right, yeah, you eat one of the sheep.
Gnarly.
I will just keep hobbling forward to continue our journey.
So you guys want to just head on out and
Yeah,
get to the
Yeah,
tradeway?
let's keep moving.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Okay.
Well, is there anything, like, other than the sheep in this clearing that we can tell? Anything that was, like, on the trolls' bodies or anything?
No, there's a lot of bones on the ground, but they're probably just sheep bones. And yeah, just the sheep.
Just making sure.
Okay.
Onward, then.
Okay, so you are going to walk for the rest of the day, for the rest of the half day, sorry, and eventually make it to the tradeway.
Yay.
Okay, so a little bit of a setup. As you're approaching the tradeway, you can hear noises. You hear voices, and you actually hear what sounds like the clash of battle. People shouting orders, things being killed, crossbows being fired. And you come across to a very intense looking scene, and here it is. So,
Oh my god.
Um,
World.
Man.
I would reveal only parts of it at a time, but just for making the game easier, I'm just revealing all of it. So what you see basically is, from you guys' perspective, you're coming across a ledge here. You're still kind of obscured by the forest and the trees, so nobody suspects you now. But as you're getting closer, there's a chance you might be detected. And what you see is some goblins shooting down crossbows into a valley, which you guys can't technically see it, but you can tell is probably filled with caravan people, because this is the tradeway. It's a very populated, regularly traversed road. And this is kind of the popular tradeway where this is the split, where to the left you would get to Port Tier and to the north would take you to Mossstone. So this is like a common what the fuck is the word for it? Anyways,
Crossroads.
Yes, we're coming crossroads. We're losing my mind. Intersection. That's the word I was really looking for. It's a common intersection. And so yeah, the basically you get here and already a round of it's kind of like you get here about the time that the ambush seems to have been taking hold. Directly in front of you is a figure walking on air.
Ew.
And he is seemingly having a good time shooting a crossbow down at a big bugbear who is like below him, kind of like trying to jump and swing at him, but he can't reach him. And then meanwhile on this ridge here, you guys see, oops, that's not what I wanted. You guys see goblins shooting black crossbows down into a group of people. And what do you do?
Wait, which one is floating in the air?
This guy.
Shooting
Put a
at
little
just-
wing there to show that he's levitating.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Once again, I cast pass without trace.
Okay.
Question.
Yeah.
Have we taken a rest between the trolls and this?
No, you guys were midday.
Okay,
You just got here right about the time you'd be taking a rest.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I cast pass without trace because there's no way we can handle any of this. So
Yeah, for the record, you guys do know goblins are fairly weak in terms of like, you guys are getting proficient enough that you guys could slay, hordes of goblins by yourselves. That said, like there are quite a few.
Yep.
But you do get the feeling that it's not like the goblins completely just like killing innocent people. There's like a fight going on. There's clashing swords. The people down there, the blue represent allied people, and the red are obviously enemies. And the blue are fending them off, not entirely, but at the moment.
now, does blue count the guy floating in the air?
Correct.
Oh,
Who's
okay.
shooting down at the bugbears.
Well,
And
if
can
we
we
have a god
see this fucker?
Roll a perception check.
Yeah.
All of you
damn
roll perception, and I'll see.
I just instinctively clicked the thing. Hang on.
Does that have
Perception is.
disadvantage if we're still exhausted?
Probably. Hang on. Disadvantage.
Don't worry, I'm sure Demarcus will rock it out. He's very.
Whoa!
Wow, yeah, great rolls.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I did it!
I don't know why this.
Demarcus, that's like the first decent perception roll that Demarcus has ever had.
Yeah.
Mine was at disadvantage.
And
I
it's
rolled
third
two
best.
23s.
That's kind of the sad part. Wait, why are you guys rolling with advantage? If you
Disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
Oh. Yeah, I see. It's just you guys rolled so well that it looks like advantage. Yeah. So E and Izzy, you guys notice him. This is the guy that you saw down in the Goblin
guy.
City. The drow with white dreadlocks, and he's also he's just standing there kind of looking over the mayhem, not participating actively. And so
All right.
you guys are just going to hide.
Within the haze, I look around inquisitively at the rest of the crew to figure out what they want to do.
So yeah, you casted that, and I mean Demarcus just looks at you and he's like, "We're not hiding on this one."
I look
Fair
enraged.
enough. I uncast it.
Yeah, we'll just say that you like do the motions to cast it, and
Sure.
then Demarcus like puts his hand
Yeah,
up.
and Demarcus immediately would start kind of like walking in that direction, basically.
Sure.
Okay. So let's do it this way. I need to make a duplicate, and then sorry. Oh, fuck me. This music's not playing on repeat.
Do drow count as like Fae, or are they Fae or fiends or something? Or I can't remember what their type is.
They're a type of elf.
They're humanoid, yeah.
Okay.
That's not what I wanted.
I mean, they're evil,
So
but they're
the
elves.
spell. No, that's not the music. Sorry. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay, sorry. Then I want to do initiative for all these motherfuckers. Where are my goblins at? There they are. And initiative.
Oh, right. Initiative.
Okay.
Fucking
And
love
then, oh my god, I'm so bad at DMing. Bugbear.
No, you're not.
No, I just realized I hadn't actually given stats to the bugbear. Oh.
Yeah,
Come
can
on,
I
bugbear.
overcome my initiative roll due to pure spite?
That's gonna be a no from me, dog.
Fuck. So much anger. So little initiative.
Why is this
So
not
much
working?
tires.
Yeah.
Is like roll 20 like dying for you guys right now?
Nope.
Nope, we're just waiting on you, bro.
Yeah, it like won't. Oof. It won't put the bugbear stats in the bugbear.
What did you do with the bugbear?
All right. For some reason.
We can all start thinking about what we're gonna do on our turns.
Yeah. Plan out your turns.
Sucks. I don't have any more wild shape. Fuck.
I only have 3 arrows left, so we got to get up in it.
I do have some second level spells. I can do some stuff.
This looks like a horde breaker's dream.
Yeah, but I wish I had both swords.
Yeah. You can have my mace if you can dual wield a mace and a scimitar.
Actually, let's run that past the DM, because I don't think I can Horde Breaker if I'm not... Oh, yes, I can. Never mind. I was going to say, I don't think I can Horde Breaker without 2 weapons, but I can.
Okay. Well, I figured out something at least.
Sweet.
Nope, I didn't. It's fuck it. It's just gonna have initiative, and for some reason it is a level 1 nothing. But I can figure out its shitty attacks. It's fine. Okay, so I'm just gonna give them fucking goblin stats, but they're big bugbears. So I got all of you except for who? Who am I missing?
E.
Oh, I don't see anything in the turn order.
You gotta click on your token and then click to roll initiative.
Damn. Alright, sorry. The one thing I can't remember.
Being good at D&D. I mean, initiative.
Wow, rude. See, there's nice initiative. Did it do it? Yeah.
So, let's see. Let me do this initiative.
I still don't see
quick.
anything under turn order.
Hey, Garrett.
Yes.
You remember what I mentioned to you when I came downstairs? About another character showing up?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what's about to happen.
Maybe.
Go. There we go.
If we're lucky.
Okay. So, they rolled a second time. That's fine. That'll work anyways. You guys all good? You're all in there?
Yep.
Okay. So, Stan, why don't you describe yourself?
Alright,
Knew
so floating in the air there
God damn.
is he's kind of like a average size, kind of skinny guy. He's got light blue skin and like dark navy hair that's like in a mohawk and just like whipping around in the wind. He's got like a studded leather vest on, and he's like shooting a bugbear with a crossbow. And like as the arrows like leave the crossbow, they burst into flame. And he's just kind of like obviously kind of enjoying himself, but also kind of a little bit worried about the group, but mostly just enjoying himself shooting and taunting this bugbear he's floating above.
Yeah. So why don't you make attacks for me?
All right.
I'm so
You're
happy
so
Stan's
right.
Fucking hell, I was so right. Damn it, Stan. Playing with our hearts.
18 to hit.
Yeah. So it hits, and is that all you? Is that your only attack for the turn? I forget.
Yeah, I only get one.
Yeah.
Is there any advantage to shooting down?
I'm gonna say no, just for the
Okay.
sake of you're already advantaged in that you're not getting hit. So
Okay.
actually, this is like the second round that you've been fighting this particular bugbear, and this final arrow like comes flying down at it. He's like swinging up at you and jumping in the air and can't get you, and the bolt comes down and kills him. having watching from the cliff, the figure mumbles some words at the goblins on the ledge, who all seem to hear it, even though it's not you can't hear it, but you can just see him like mouthing something, and the goblins start to divert their focus towards the flying man. E, it is your turn.
All right. Well, I've got 3 arrows left, so let's send 1 or 2 of that guy first.
Yeah, go for it.
So let me click some buttons here. Sorry, I've lost my character sheet. There it is. Goblins, beasts?
No, they're humanoids.
Bummer. Okay.
This group is so fucking racist.
So, would the advantage against creatures that haven't taken a turn yet, that would apply?
Let's say no, because they've been fighting.
Okay, makes sense. In that case, there is shot 1.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay.
So that actually kills him in 1 hit.
Oh, nice. Okay. Then for second attack, would these 2 be too far away?
No, not for a bow.
Could I attack the one and then Hordebreaker the other?
Oh, yeah, you could do that.
All right, let's do that. So this guy right here is going to get the first attack.
Sorry, I'm adding something to this.
No worries.
That's not quite right, huh? Why is it playing and I can't see it? Oh, you guys can't hear it. Never mind.
What?
Don't worry about it. God.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man, we're gonna die.
Oh, you're not gonna die. Okay. So it's just that music playing.
Oh.
So E, did you attack a second time?
Yeah, and it missed, but I'd like to Hordebreaker the other one anyways.
Yeah, Hordebreaker the other one.
Incoming, I think. No, there it goes. Hey, all right.
Yeah. Also, one shots the creature.
Nice.
Yeah. So Leeward takes basically 3 shots, like each at one of those goblins, and kills 2 of the 3.
Not bad.
The goblins, who are, even though they're getting picked off from behind, seem to be obeying with a singular focus the advice of the the drow, are going to shoot at the floating man. So goblin, let's see. Oh, motherfucker. Oh, that's because it's bugbear. Wait. Now we're really in a pickle. My bugbear is a goblin, and my goblin is a bugbear. It's like some sort of nightmare. Oh my god, what is happening? Oh man, I even had like special stats and shit.
The Roll20 gods have turned their eyes against you.
Okay. Oh, for real? It deleted all that shit? I put in so much work on this. Oh, motherfucker. All right, break for 2 minutes while I fix this shit.
Okay.
All right.
It's time for Stan to come clean.
Jesus, Stan, don't ever do that again.
Plan out your turns accordingly.
Will do.
Absolutely infuriating. Yeah, so when everything was crashing last night, this definitely suffered from that.
That sucks.
Oh my god. Goblin.
John, I don't want to bother you right now, but it'll save time because I'm going to think about what I do. How high up is this cliff from all the stuff going on down below?
Let's just say 15 feet.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, I am going to get really pissed as a druid. Do.
And let's stitch that. basically save that. Okay. So, unless maybe... Okay, I think we're good to go now. You guys are
Nice.
in?
Yep.
Okay, so these goblins, I guess they have short bows, not crossbows, but that's fine, are going to shoot at the flying guy. That's one miss. I'm guessing.
AC is 16.
Okay, so only the third one hits.
It's not loading for me. How much damage did he do?
He did 5 damage.
I'm gonna use my, what is it? Cunning, not cunning. The evasion skill.
What's that do? Have ranged attack or something?
My reaction to half damage.
Okay, yeah, do that.
Uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge, yeah. So I take 3 damage.
Oh, you know what? I did it to GM. That's why you couldn't see it.
And this week's fireside chat is just going to be this guy. So many questions.
Okay, so on the goblin's turn, and they're all going at once, they kill another 2 guards and shoot at the flying guy. And the bugbears are coming in, and they're also attacking. They also kill 1 person, and yeah, I guess that's the only thing that they do on their turn. So yeah, the people down there seem to be being overwhelmed very quickly. Vosner, you are up.
All right. I will cast at 2nd level Flame Sphere.
Okay.
Let's see the range.
Just so you know, you can't see off the cliff, but
yeah. Well, I'm going only to the goblins on the ridge. Flame Sphere at 2nd level, right here. Oops, crap, wrong tool. Right here.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
They must make a dex save of 14.
Why don't you roll the damage? Because I'm guessing that even half of the damage will kill him.
Okay. 2d6.
Yep. So the flame sphere comes down and just like crisps these goblins, just sets them on fire, and they like scream and like fall off the cliff edge and like try to pat the fire out, but just fall on the ground and die.
All right. And I move over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
DeMarcus, you're up.
So he sees 1 remaining goblin on the ridge, and has DeMarcus seen the drow?
DeMarcus has.
His perception on that was 18. So
yeah, he saw him.
Okay.
He doesn't know who this drow is, though.
Right. He just, DeMarcus's reasoning right now is that once he gets off the ridge, he can't get back on. So he is actually just going to move as far. Oh, I think I can move him now. Sweet. He'll move as far as he can at the drow. He's just going to sprint at the drow.
Yeah.
Let's see. So what would that end up being? 1, 2. Each square is 5, right?
Yep.
How far could I get then? Pretty far, right?
Fairly far. Yeah. Let me.
All right.
60. You could get. Well. Yeah, I didn't plan for you to get right up to him, but yeah, you can get up to him.
Yoink. That's it.
Yeah, you get a very good look at him. You're like sprinting towards him, and he like turns to you, and has like kind of a surprised face, but he seems to be enjoying himself. And that is the end of your turn.
Yep.
Isolde.
I'm going to move 15 feet. That's all 15 feet. Okay. Don't laugh. I'm going to cast. So first of all, she looked very torn and very enraged at the drow. But I'm going to use my bonus action. Well, first I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
On Can I see this guy? Off the cliff?
Which guy? Yeah, you can see him. I'll allow it, because of the angle. Maybe it's a lower cliff over there.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at him at first level.
Disadvantage. Yeah. So that misses.
All right.
But
okay. Go ahead.
I was say it just draws the attention of him.
Okay. And then as my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
And hit him with it.
You don't want to cast Healing Word to resurrect this poor person that just got knocked unconscious? No, it's fine.
Oh, can I?
Cold, but
I would say, that it's a human being that hit the ground.
Oh, usually you're like, they got torn apart. You can't really do that.
Yeah, if you want to cast Healing Word to resurrect this guard guy, you can.
Am I far enough?
Assuming that you can cast that and whatever else you cast. I think you can, because that was... Guiding Bolt was a cantrip? Or no?
Guiding Bolt is a first level spell.
Then Healing Word is also first level, so never mind.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep. Wait, then I couldn't cast Spiritual Weapon anyway.
You just got really quiet, but...
That's the end of my turn, because I fucked it up.
That's fine.
you can't cast Spiritual Weapon.
Yeah.
Right.
Just kind of like back to the other fight, I shouldn't have been able to cast Guiding Bolt and then Spiritual Weapon.
That's fine.
Gotta remember that.
Okay. What are the sneak attack rules for ranged weapons? Is it just if you have advantage?
If you have advantage on the target, yep. Oh. Or if you hide and attack them from, they can't see you.
Okay.
But basically, that's just because it gives you advantage. Anyway, so yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna shoot the bugbear.
Yeah. That misses.
All right. That's my turn.
Are you gonna move at all?
You can't move while levitating.
Yes, you can.
You can?
Because you're the person in control of it.
Oh, you can only move up and down.
Are you 100% sure? Because I'm pretty sure you can walk around basically.
Oh, I thought it was.
I think you can move up and down and any direction you want. The up and down counts as part of the movement. But I could be wrong.
It says the target can only move by pushing or pulling against a fixed object.
I think that's to refer to enemies that you levitate. So there's kind of two different ways levitate's used. One is a spell attack against a person, and they can save or whatever. And the other is on yourself, and it's a kind of different thing.
It says if you are the target, you can move up or down as part of your move.
As part of your move. So I think you can also move and then move up and down.
Okay.
Otherwise, it would be kind of shitty.
Okay, yeah, I'll move here.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. On his turn, the drow will turn to DeMarcus and say, "We haven't met before." And then he will Misty Step and run.
Oh, fuck.
And he is no longer visible.
I wanted to kill him so bad.
E, you roll a perception check for me.
Sure. Do.
Okay. As you're getting ready to do your turn, out of the corner of your eye, you catch something bright and white flying through the air at immense speed.
Oh, nice.
But you it's kind of it's caught in the sun. So when you look that direction, the sun kind of blinds you, so you can't really see what it was. But
yeah,
you saw something, and it's your turn.
I shake my head because surely I must be seeing things.
Yeah.
And as I can only move 15 feet, well, I'm going to move 15 feet to there. And I'm out of arrows, so I can't do anything else.
You're out of arrows?
Yeah, I only had 11 from once we left the green spider lair, and I've since used all of those in combat.
Mad
Nice.
respect for you keeping track of your arrows.
Yes.
I had no idea you guys were doing that.
RP monster, dude.
Yes.
That's
So good.
fucking sweet. Yeah, that makes so much narrative sense. Yeah, you're out of arrows. Cool.
It's badass.
Fucking A. Damn it, Dylan. Bring a tear to my eye. Goblins are still seem to be under this just on these orders to just slay everything, and they're just ripping into things. This goblin here on the ledge is still firing down into the pit of people, which is starting to kind of stack up. Another person drops. This woman is slain, and these things kind of like keep closing in on these people. And yeah, it is a gruesome sight. Bodies are everywhere, blood is everywhere, and there are like women shrieking and fighting. They look happy in the picture, but they're also defending themselves. And out of seemingly nowhere,
Oh god.
out of the GM token level, a figure appears moving very, very quickly. And basically like lands, and let me put him on the token level. Let's put him, yeah, we'll put him here. Kind of comes from this side avenue.
Oh, wow.
What
Flying
the shit?
on a Pegasus
With
with
lightning
a
wings?
giant hammer, and just like hits the ground and just cleaves through like 4 goblins in one hit.
Is this Thor?
No.
Okay.
Do we recognize him?
Sorry?
Do we recognize him?
Make it, well, make a perception check.
At disadvantage.
Yeah.
Still not bad.
And rolling in from the woods over here, and from the road, all of a sudden, let's see, all of these figures arrive
Yes.
on horseback.
Good lord.
And they are just like blowing horns and like basically charging into battle, and just carving into these goblins, which are dropping like flies. Let me add them and as soon as they arrive, they just basically carve through all of these goblins with spears and swords and lances. And as soon as they do, the rest of these goblins and bugbears start to flee down the road, but they're chased again by the guy on the Pegasus. DeMarcus, you see, you notice for the first time that the man on the Pegasus is Master Dorn.
Yes. So cool.
Am I gonna have another chance to do something? Is combat over or not?
We'll say it's Vosner's turn.
Okay.
He has a
Sweet.
floating flaming sphere flying in the air, but
Yeah.
he can go, and then DeMarcus can go,
Yes.
and then the rest of this we can handle narratively, unless there's
I
something
will
you really would
double
like to do.
move 5, 10, 15.
Yeah, you just saw like a bullet
20,
fly in
25.
and just like smash into a bunch of goblins.
Alright. I'll double move here, and as a bonus action, I'll move the flame sphere.
Oh, nice.
Here?
Can you
And
do that
so-
as a bonus action, or is it
Yes.
an action?
It's a bonus action.
Okay, yeah. So you successfully fry all of the goblins in that section who are running away.
Yeah, just green nature fury in my eyes.
Sweet. And DeMarcus, it is your turn.
Is it physically possible for DeMarcus to take a running leap off of this cliff onto those two, that bugbear and the goblin as they flee, or is it too far?
I will let you make an athletics check,
Yes.
and it'll be DC 15 to succeed.
So upon seeing all of this epic shit that DeMarcus is all about, he's really feeling it, and he casts as a bonus action Shield of Faith on himself, and he just runs off of the cliff with the axe in his hand. And he's going to try to land on any one of these guys he can and just drop an axe on him or his body.
I'll
or
let you attack, and if you make the athletics
all right, so D20. Oh, wait, hang on. I got to do the check here. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh.
he's doing it anyway.
Womp womp.
You know, I'll give you advantage because of inspiration. So roll again. Yeah.
Yes.
So you
There you
I
go.
wanted the first time my character to see DeMarcus just be a faceplant.
yeah. So you come like jumping off the rocks and like land right here, and it's not like a pretty landing, but you get there, and then you. I'm guessing you're doing both of your attacks. So
Yeah.
just roll both of them.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. That's one goblin.
Let's see. I clicked it a second time. I'm gonna do it again. I don't know if it's held up.
Yeah, I don't know why Roll20 is so laggy. It was
Yeah,
super laggy
I clicked
yesterday,
it
too.
twice already. I'm just gonna wait because my screen's kind of froze up.
Well, for the sake of narrative, I'm gonna assume it hit because his AC is. I mean, you have advantage on it anyways because he's flanked. So, yeah, we'll just say that with that, you slay the last of the goblins, and it turns out that there were kind of more to this caravan to the south, but the figures here in gold like rush down there and like finish them off as they run away, running past you, like charging past you on their mounts. And Dorn stops in front of you, and let's end the freaky music. Don't need that. Let's go back to normal forest. Why are there like 80 things playing right now? Don't mind me. All right. And Dorn approaches DeMarcus and says, "DeMarcus, where's your steed?"
Matt says that it froze up for him, so we might want to give him a second. Yeah. He just texted me.
This Matt guy.
Yeah, I know. Way to ruin a moment.
I don't know if he's still on the Zoom or not, but maybe not.
No, he's not on Zoom.
Alright, well, in the meantime, can I rush up and heal these people?
Yeah, so we'll just say narratively, you can go up and heal the people. There are some who have been dead for too long, but we'll say that you are able to bring back this guy and this lady and maybe this lady.
Yeah, I have healing word as well.
Yeah, between the rest of you, you're able to bring back quite a few of them, but there's still about 3 dead. Okay. And like these guys have like charged down the road and left the scene, basically. And now we just wait for Matt to get his shit together.
Sounds like Skyrim atmospheric sound effects.
So dope. Cool.
But he's not in the...
He's not coming in the.
He's
other
working
thing.
on it.
Okay.
While that's happening, can my guy kind of let his levitate down
Okay, yeah.
and then kind of like go up to this guy and just be like, "You good?" And just like check in on him.
Yeah.
Keep that guard.
I'm watching.
Yeah, so
Curiously.
you guys exchange pleasantries. He thanks you for your work, and he's very like beat up because he was just unconscious. I assume Isolde's down there because of feeling.
I can only move 15 feet at a time, but I'll try to get down off the cliff without
Yeah,
killing
we're not
myself.
We're not in turn order right now.
Okay.
So
Like healing words and then slowly lowers herself down the cliff.
Just clutching my holy symbol, easing my way down the cliff.
Yeah, I cast guidance on you, or no, not guidance, resistance. So
you'd
just
you'd
in
have to
case.
touch my shoulder. You're too far away.
it's
give you
fine.
a
You
high
guys
five.
are able to, with slowly crawl, like work your way down the hill. There's no combat right now, so there's no. Oh, Matt needs link and pass.
Oh, gosh. Should be in the
If his
chat.
Golda's right there, he's gonna like crack his back a few times and like throw his crossbow on his shoulder and look at her and be like, "Thanks for the assist. Who the fuck are you?"
Oh, yeah, no problem. My name is Isolde. What is yours?
Hey Izza.
Haza?
Yeah.
You don't look very much like a merchant. Are you a bodyguard of theirs?
More of a refugee.
A refugee from what?
Kalimshan.
Karensham? Interesting.
Yeah. Getting kind of hot down there, so a bunch of us decided to get out before it gets really bad.
So you were on your way to Moston?
Yep.
Well, I would hate to disappoint you, but things aren't exactly peaceful in Moston either.
He kind of sighs and is like, yeah, but probably better than Calimport.
Yeah, probably. There's at
And he
least
kind of like, oh wait, sorry.
Oh, there's at least some sanctuary there.
Mm-hmm. He kind of looks up at the wall, like the woods behind you on the cliff, and is like, "Do you guys just hang out in the wheeldesk? Is that your thing?"
No, definitely not. We are also returning from a mission of sorts. We were supposed to meet some people here on the tradeway, but it looks like they are dealing with some other things now. And I gesture towards where the horses and people went to.
He kind of looks about because, like, it obviously went well.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was advantageous for your caravan here that they showed up when they did.
Indeed.
What, do you know what you're transporting?
Refugees.
Oh. I will, like, kind of look around at the people that we weren't able to heal a little sorrowfully. You,
Yep. Oh, sorry.
You have some interesting abilities for a refugee.
He just kind of like stares at you for a second. He's like, "I wasn't a refugee before I left Calimport."
What were you then?
I did things and stuff. Mostly.
Yeah, things and stuff.
And things.
Yeah. Seem to be quite good at them. And I look distrustfully at you.
Yeah. For the record, you also look like you've been beat to shit.
Yeah.
So you also look kind of like a mess.
Yeah, I'm like a little bit unsteady on my feet.
Yeah, and like your face is like bruised and swollen, all that shit. Yeah, it says waiting to be let into Zoom.
Oh, hold on. Oh, come on. Okay. Now he's there.
Alright. And
Should
then
be
he
coming
just
in.
kind of like. Oh,
Hey, all right.
Hey,
Hey, sorry.
there's
you're
the
fine.
guy.
You just ruined everything, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, that like wave of knights on horses just like comes flying through, kills all the goblins, and goes down the trail to kill where it's also attacking other parts of the caravan. You guys kind of got to the tip. The caravan's actually quite large, dozens of refugees. And eventually Dorn kind of comes trotting back, his like Pegasus kind of flexing his wings at you, and says, "DeMarcus, where's your steed?"
I haven't conjured it yet. Demarcus is kind of like still like Demarcus's guard is not down yet. He tells Dorn that there was a drow and it ran away. Has he found it?
No, we didn't see any drow. I'll have Lion Squad check it out.
I think it was commanding the goblins.
And he like whistles towards the people on horseback and says, "Go check out the forest, see if there's anybody in there." And they head off into the forest.
Demarcus says that I'm glad to see you. We have not had a very successful mission, and we need to speak with Marin soon. Why did you come? Was it because the caravan was under attack, or were you supposed to meet us? Marin said that you were sent, or he was sending someone.
No, Marin sent us. That's why we're here. We happened upon this caravan attack. We were waiting over at the tradeway a little bit north of here, just waiting for you guys to arrive. And I was just circling the sky when I saw the attack. It was a fortunate set of events.
Absolutely. Well, we've lost Terran.
Lost him?
We think that he sacrificed himself and walked away in the middle of the night. It's a long story. There's a lot that we have to tell. The most important parts are the drow that ran away and the fact that there is a dragon living in the Wheeldeath.
Well, there are many dragons who live in the Wheeldeath. This is not news to us.
Well, this one took Terran, or Terran went to it, and it almost killed all of us. It tried to extort us out of the axe that we needed to make the Norse truce happen.
Yeah, well, dragons are known to make a hard bargain.
It's putting it mildly, Master Dorn.
Well, it's good to see that most of you are alive. What happened to the Norse emissary that you came with?
Also dead. The cost of this mission was very high.
Aye. Well, we are instructed to come get you and bring you back to Mossstone and aid you in whatever you need on the way. I imagine we'll be escorting this caravan as well, now that there are a number of people in need of our help.
Good. I'm glad to see you. It's of the utmost importance that this axe finds its way to the Norsemen sooner rather than later.
He says, but again, about your steed, it's not a good idea to be traveling around in these woods. A paladin needs their steed.
The steed wouldn't have done me any good if the rest of the group was too slow.
But you can put your slowest member on the steed.
My group
Wait a minute,
has
you had a
more
flying
than
horse?
one slow member, Master Dorn.
Well, a steed can carry up to 600 pounds, so maybe think about it.
Oh my god. Demarcus is holding out.
Marcus is frustrated looking at Master Dorn.
Yeah.
He seems
says-
completely insensitive to the situation. And DeMarcus has a lot of thoughts about Master Dorn right now that are surprising to him.
Yeah, well, Master Dorn has like completely handled the situation, so he feels pretty good. And he's like instructing the other knights to come back and like help the people get their shit back into the caravan and like head back north.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of like issuing orders and kind of rounding up people.
should I guess he's not particularly interested in the axe or our mission, like in the sense that I shouldn't give it to him, you know?
No, okay. He's not interested in carrying out the mission for you or
Gotcha.
anything.
Yeah. Okay. Then I would walk to the people as he's doing his thing, and I would walk around and see if there's anybody that needs help or anything like that.
Yeah, so you generally help people, like tend to wounds and stuff, little lay on hands here and there for people who have cuts and bruises, and get the wagon righted and all that shit. And as a group, you start to head north. Anything you want to do in this scene before we move on?
I go up to DeMarcus and I said, "Wait a minute. So all this time, you are holding out on us with a flying horse?"
It's not flying.
You were holding out on us with a horse?
Yes.
Point of order, Taryn can also Bosner can also turn into a horse.
I've never seen a horse.
Right.
Boom.
I'm
Nailed
pretty sure you have.
Now, as of this scene, you have.
Now you've seen a Pegasus.
Could I turn into a piglet? Could I turn into a Pegasus?
Depends on what CR monster you can turn into.
I believe you stole produce while riding behind a horse in a wagon once, Fosner.
That's right.
By the way, the guy leading this caravan
is
has a bear skin.
Fucking Frank.
Hey, fuck you, man.
He's sitting on the front, and he goes, "You should have seen how many goblins I killed."
Oh my god.
Nah, I didn't actually make a Frank token. I should have.
You need to make a Frank token. He's canon.
I actually thought to put him in here, but I'll say since I didn't make a token that he's not in here.
Oh, okay.
He's in one of the wagons in the back.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, we'll give you a little time to do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
That bastard.
Anyways, so you're. Anything else you guys want to talk about here?
I assume there's no room for us to ride on these caravans. We're just gonna have to walk alongside.
No, yeah, you can get into the back of a wagon. There's plenty of space in the wagons, especially since people died. So clear up some room.
Well, you were just gonna leave the bodies there?
They do a little ritual. They bury them on the side of the road.
Cool.
All right, whenever we get ready to get moving, Izzy's just gonna take a seat and look exhausted. Generally, about 3 levels of exhausted.
Vosner will look exhausted, but not near as exhausted as Izzy.
Like 2 levels less.
Yeah, almost 1/3 less.
I glare at Frank.
He's not here. He wouldn't be helping refugees from Kalimsham.
Oh, he would.
So, you guys want to just make it to the camp? Let's see how this works. Just as you guys show up, blah, 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 and people kind of assemble camps here, and
Oh yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
and they're having a nice time, just dancing and singing, and tending to their wounds and eating, cooking. And this is the camp. There's kind of a perimeter set up by some of the guards, and there's a lot of people walking around. Some people are just sleeping in the back of wagons.
Is it about night time-ish?
Yeah, it's evening, so people are getting ready to go to bed.
Is this Lion Squad?
Are these guards looking, pretty... Can I let my guard down, or do they look like a bunch of assholes?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a peaceful place.
Right.
You walked up with them.
Yeah.
Traveled together in a caravan. And they saw you helping, and you healed a bunch of them. So
No, I meant do they look like a bunch of pushovers who are just gonna get slaughtered immediately? Right?
Oh, I mean, they look capable.
All right, their bodies. Okay.
They're not heroes, but there's also a band of knights just sitting around a campfire down there. So don't need to feel too worried. Man, I didn't know there was singing in this one. I'm not really digging that singing.
It is a nice atmosphere, though.
Yeah, all right. Well, we'll just keep it going, and it's still kind of obnoxious.
I'm
But
gonna
that's
go check out Lion Squad.
Yeah. So you walk over, and they're just having like a quiet conversation. All of them are wearing heavy plate with like really elegant ornamentation on it, like gilded, shining things, and like all of them have lions like encrusted and crested on their armor. Like it looks really well done. But their armors are not all the same. They kind of have unique ones depending on their style. And
Nice.
sitting at like kind of the head, who seemed like running the conversation next to Dorn, is a woman with dark black hair. Who I have them on their horses right now because of this, but they're off their horses for the record.
I thought paladins could only be on horses because of recklessness.
They should only be on horses.
Oh my god.
And they see you approach, and the woman with the dark hair stands up and says, Bear Squad, welcome.
I don't recognize any of these people, right?
No, you've never seen them.
Yeah, okay. I kind of followed Izzy over, so.
Yeah, I'll follow behind.
I'm partying with the people singing and drinking and dancing.
Yeah, are you going to dance with them?
Yeah, you know it.
Dude, make a performance check for me.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going to be good.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
The
wait.
sound right now. Oh, man.
Amazing.
You're just rolling
Like,
around
right-
on the ground.
Right when the music cut out, it was right when you were
It's because
doing
I
it.
showed up. Yeah.
That's called
Nah.
the 2 levels of exhaustion.
They, yeah, you would have disadvantage on that anyways.
Oh.
And they could be worse, I guess. They kind of laugh at you, dancing poorly, but it's kind of in good fun. Like
That's
it's,
awesome.
It's kind of fun. And they
I
continue
even
dancing
showed them
with you.
some new terrible moves.
Yeah, they love and hate it at the same time. So the rest of you approach the Lion Squad, and they're just sitting around eating.
Thanks for your assistance, I say to the woman with the dark hair.
She says, well, it's what we were assigned to do, but yes, we were happy to do it. Glad to see that most of you made it out of the woods alive.
Yeah, it was almost not the case, but we're here now, and I appreciate you coming.
And yeah, and she turns to DeMarcus and says, you're from the Eternal Order, huh?
Yes, I am. My name is DeMarcus Sunspire. I don't believe that we've met.
My name is Gerda. I am the leader of Lion Squad. And she gestures at the rest of them. We are also from the guild. No, I don't think we've met.
No, but it's a pleasure to meet you, and likewise with Isolde, I would like to just say thank you for helping us out. We needed it.
Well, it seemed more like the refugees needed it. You guys got to the tradeway just fine, but yes, it's good for all of us to be traveling in each other's company, keep each other safe.
Of course. Well, unfortunately, I wouldn't say that we got to the tradeway just fine. We lost a member on this last mission, and someone else who we were traveling with, so we sort of have to gather ourselves after this. It's been very difficult.
Have you not learned the ability to resurrect?
Well, we probably have it, but unfortunately we weren't able to recover the bodies. Ivar was lost when he ran in to sacrifice himself because a dragon was going to kill our entire squad, while Terran slipped away in the middle of the night to similarly sacrifice himself, but we don't quite know what happened to him.
You escaped a dragon on foot.
Yes. It let us escape.
Yeah, I
was
was
gonna
gonna say,
say.
if you can call it that.
A dragon. I mean, you don't escape a dragon on foot unless he lets you.
Yeah,
But
we're very lucky.
glad that he did.
At the
Well, it was nice meeting you all. I think it's best if I get some rest.
Well, there are tents available.
So
She gestures.
DeMarcus kind of just gracefully bows to everybody and sort of walks away.
And she says, hey, DeMarcus, make sure you show up for paladin training.
He kind of smiles at her and leaves.
Yeah, okay.
Is she a paladin?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
In fact, and you could probably glean this just from looking, every single member of Lion Squad is a paladin.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And their trainings are a lot more populated than Chandri's.
Yes, well, but it's kind of a dual thing where they all train together because they're all the same class and they're the same squad, which is pretty advantageous.
I think there's only 2 clerics left. It's me and Monkey Squad.
Yeah. And there actually aren't any other paladins in the entire guild, so it's really just this whole squad, basically.
Whoa.
Yeah. They're actually... Well, I won't get into that. Never mind. Keep
Very
going.
cool. Yeah, I'll introduce myself and try to get the names of the other members of Lion Squad.
Oh. They go through introducing themselves. Gerda is the woman with the long dark hair who's clearly the leader of the group. The man sitting over here is named Jeremias. He's kind of a silent type, very menacing looking, but doesn't look aggressive or anything towards you. Here is a figure named Jost. Here is a figure named Morgan, and then the other woman with long blonde hair is named Raina.
Nice.
And they kind of just quietly introduce themselves. They don't, they're not, none of them are very outspoken in comparison to Gerda.
Interesting.
I introduce myself, and Paco kind of crawls out and sits on my shoulder.
Yeah.
And I give him a piece of carrot.
Dorn smiles and says, that was good work with the flaming orb. Is that something Tetherman taught you?
Well, not exactly. I kind of figured that one out on my own. It's always handy to know how to light fires in the woods.
Is that how the saying goes?
Amongst druids, I suppose.
Fair enough.
So thanks for the save back there. How long have you guys been with the guild? I know we came in after you.
Dorn assumes you're talking to Lion Squad.
Lion Squad
and
in general.
Gerda says, I believe 10 months now.
Okay.
Not all of us have been here the same length, though.
Do you lose folks too?
Yes, in a way. Half of this group came together, and the other half were remnants of other groups that fell apart.
So from past squads, I suppose, huh?
Yes.
Were you from one of those past ones?
I am an original member of Lion Squad.
Oh. Interesting. Well, that's nice. Well, I'm thankful again.
Sorry, the music keeps failing.
I can't have serious conversation without folk music in the background.
I know, dude. I'm with you. Sorry. Okay.
So, yeah, Bosner sort of nods. Starts to think on things a little bit, but he essentially says, well, thank you again, and I'm really beat. I'm gonna go rest, but I'll see you around in the guild. We should chat some more.
Of course. See you. Does Isolde stay?
No, she's going to wander. How late is it at night?
Oh, it's kind of early evening, but you guys are all
Okay.
pretty beat. As you guys are approaching, is it Hyzea or what is it?
Hayeza.
Hayeza. So, as you, I guess, are you guys actually talking to Hayeza?
I sat down right next to him, and I was kind of just watching Dylan be a dipshit over there.
That's Lord Dipshit, thank you.
That's exactly what Hayeza was doing too.
Yeah.
His most royal dipshit.
That's right.
As you guys are like approaching Hayeza, Dorn walks up and says, "Are you the one they call Hayeza?"
I am.
I figured. You look like the description. And then he turns to Isolde and says, "You know, he should have arrived about the same time you guys did."
What do you mean?
And, he never returned our request to join the guild.
Oh,
Good question. Who are you?
I'm Master Dorn, one of the many masters of the guild.
You can tell from his face that like he kind of recognizes the guild, but he has no idea what it means. Like he recognizes the phrase,
Yeah,
and he goes, "What guild? There's lots of guilds."
the Guild of Mossstone. You not
Like-
remember a couple months ago receiving a summons from us?
Are you guys like stonemasons or
I'll let them fill in the details, and then he just
like
walks
he's
off.
obviously kind of being a dick about it?
Yeah,
I love it.
and he just goes off and goes to bed.
So you received a letter to join the Adventuring Guild.
Oh yeah. It was kind of busy, so you know.
Yeah, that is understandable. Is it?
Marcus chimes in and asks, what could be more important than helping the guild?
I have no idea who the fuck the guild are. But I was tracking down a demonic cult. Well, it turned out to be kids trying to piss off their parents, but at the time we thought it was a demonic cult, and it seemed pressing. You know,
Indeed. What demonic cults?
they said Asmodeus, I think, but it wasn't. It was a bunch of priest kids being dicks. So
Why would you be interested in tracking down a cult?
what?
Why would you track down a cult?
There was a group of paladins who were paying me.
Huh. That makes sense. What was the group?
I don't remember the order's names. They were the sad ones, though.
I don't think I know what you mean. Is it perhaps...
Martyr complex types.
They weren't the Knights of the Eternal Order, were they?
I don't think so.
Were they men of ill matter?
He kind of points the jerky he's been like nibbling on at you and goes, "That sounds right."
Nice.
Oh. So your god has paladins too?
Yes.
Interesting. Gods are funny.
I don't think it's very funny, but to each their own, I suppose.
And where did the paladins go that you were working for?
Don't know. When we wrapped it up, we went our separate ways.
I see. None of you joined this caravan to travel to a city, or what?
No, I kept working for a while, but things in Calamshan have gotten a little nasty for people like me. So I decided to leave like the rest of us. And he points around to the caravan of people.
Does everyone in the caravan, John, look like Kalimshan people?
Yeah, they
Okay.
do. For the record, what DeMarcus knows of Calimsham is that they are potentially hostile to Tethier. So it's not exactly the kind of people that you're used to interacting with peacefully, but these people seem very nice.
I also might have a sense of the kind of shit that's going down in Kalimshan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do like a general history check for me.
Okay. Let's see. I'd have to pull up to my character sheet. I'm gonna roll for it just flat. That's gonna end up being a 13.
Yeah. So you generally know that within the last 15 years, there has been like an explosion of like conflict in between the cities, and so Kalimsham's not really at a civil war, but it's something close to it.
Okay. So Demarcus asks, "Hey, so you're a refugee then?"
I guess I am now.
You know where you intend to go?
The group, and he kind of motions around, is hoping for asylum in Mossstone. And I was going to see if I could go there too and maybe set up shop.
Well, I hope that you find some security here in Tethir. Unfortunately, there's always evil in foot, but we try to keep it in check. How is it that you have powers to fly, if you don't mind me asking?
Sometimes some of my people, and he kind of motions to his like blue face, to kind of like show that he's not talking about Kalimshan, but Janazi like him.
Yes.
Develop the ability to levitate sometimes.
Yes, I've actually heard that about people.
Yeah.
Nazi and some from Kalimshan. So, well, glad that just for a brief moment we could somewhat fight beside you, although Lion Squad seemed to have cleaned everything up for all of us, but I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, you too.
Well, I'm going to go rest. It was nice to meet you. Isaiah, yes?
Yes. You were...
Demarcus Sunspire.
A pleasure.
Pleasure. Demarcus is going to go occupy this little bed over here.
I will stay and hang out with Hayeza.
Yeah, and I'll say, well, I hope to see you around.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see you at the guild. Yeah. Since you have that invite.
Have an offer from them, so if it's still standing, it might be as good as anything to do.
Well, don't take it lightly. It's not something to do unless you believe that it's worth putting your life on the line.
He just nods and is like, "It's good as anything else, I guess."
Yeah, I mean, you could die anywhere these days, but the guild does offer some protections, and I mean, the best training around if you want to get better at what you do. The masters are masters of the different crafts, so there's no quicker way to learn new skills and get to try them out. And we have endless food and shelter and opportunities for earning gold and other types of things. There are a lot of benefits, but it does not come lightly. We've lost friends. Many people have lost entire squads. So.
He nods and he's like, and like he looks a little more serious for a moment, and he's like, working for the guild isn't the only way to lose friends, I guess. And then
I like kind of gently touch his shoulder. Yeah, it happens everywhere.
And then he perks up a little bit and he's like, it sounds at least better than living in the slums.
Sure. And you would know us at least.
There's that.
Yeah. We used to be a much larger party. There were 7 of us, and now there are 4.
Wow. That's rough.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to get some rest. If you couldn't tell, it's been a rough one for us the last couple days.
Yeah, looks like it.
You don't think they would mind too much if I took some of their food, do you?
I mean, you did heal a bunch of them, so it'd be weird if they complained.
True. I will go and try to take some food and then go to bed.
Yeah.
Well, before I go to bed, I'm gonna cast sending, but I'll just go off on my own.
Yeah. So they're like handing out food.
Nice.
There's like they're a little bit pushy with it. Like you're like, I just want this much. It's like, no, take all. They're like putting way too many plates in your hand that you can't carry. And it's very friendly. Is everybody else gone to bed or done by now?
I'm gonna stay up and keep dancing and have noticeably improved.
Yeah, no, you picked up the dance moves of the people of Calamsham, and you've actually you're like a novice dancer now.
Nice. I'll be a bard in no time, man.
You've become one of them.
Yeah.
And
so we
eventually,
E Hill here.
Eventually, like in the middle of the night, I fall asleep right about there in the middle of the caravan or something.
They're gonna like scoop you up and put you in like a nice bed. Put you in a pile of straw or something.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. And anybody else doing anything for the night?
And nestle up under a tree.
Okay. I don't know if anyone is awake around me, but I kind of wait until I think everyone is asleep. And I'm going to cast sending before I go to sleep. And I'm going to send a message to Taryn. Don't put the spooky music on. Damn it. I'm just
He's actually a demon.
I'm going to say, Taryn, please let me know you're safe. We are going to come back for you as soon as we can. We love you. Be careful. And that's all I can say. But I stay awake for a while and wait for a reply, and if there is none, I fall asleep waiting.
You get a response. I'm safe. It'll be okay. Take care of them, Izzy.
I cry a little bit and then go to sleep.
And that's where we'll end this session.
Nice.
We can pick up here again next week.
Yeah,
Got a whole bunch more planned. So now I don't have much to do next week, but that's fine. That was really good. Shout out to Stan for crushing it.
So good.
And
Damn it, Stan.
And Garrett for being like #1 MVP in every fight.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and I came up with a strategy of how to work a moon druid.
It's working pretty well. I'm gonna have to I don't know, throw flying creatures at you now or something.
Nah, you don't have to. That's all right.
No, that's fine. It's all right.
Oh, okay.
Good, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, so narratively, you'll basically, I'll just say that you guys are at Mossstone starting next session, and we'll skip, well, I guess we can't skip too far because you guys have pressing things, but yeah, we'll just start next session, you guys arriving at Mossstone.
That'll work.
If you guys have a general idea of what you want to do as characters and narratively, you guys can pitch stuff to me now, and then I'll make sure I have all of that available.
Yeah, I still think we need to go to Gunderlin, even though it's gonna be one hell of a trek.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, DeMarcus is however it has to happen, getting the axe back to Gunderland and trying to shore up the truce is kind of the main priority.
Sure.
So
Yeah, I'll put something on Vosner's, or I'll create a Google Doc with some things
Okay.
in Vosner's folder.
That's totally fine. And let me throw you back at the main screen here. And then let's update this shit.
I like how our recent deaths get bigger and bigger.
God damn.
So, John, when I started playing Demarcus, I was trying to research the fuck out of the steed stuff and mounts and stuff, but it was like such a shit show. I couldn't find like any stable information on it. It looked like all homebrews. Like the handbook didn't have like a lot of clarity about it.
Yeah, so basically a paladin can use Find Steed and a magical horse who is very smart will, or any creature that you pick. There are a few things you could pick, like a great elk or like a giant dog. And anyways, you pick it, and then anytime you summon it, it will arrive, and then it just stays alive indefinitely unless it dies, in which case you can always resummon it. It's basically an immortal. It's kind of like Find Familiar, but for Paladin, it's just a horse or a steed that can carry, up to 600 pounds.
So I wanted to use the shit out of it, but I didn't know how to bring it in, and I thought that you and I were gonna have to work on a mechanic system for it. So, and I didn't want to add anything because it all seemed super homebrewy, and then my life just took a shit 3 weeks ago.
No, that's fine. I mean, we can just play it up that the paladins of the Eternal Order don't do much with mounts because they always die in the abyss or could get corrupted in the abyss or some shit. So it's just something that's kind of particular to the Eternal Order that they don't do. And then, but yeah, everywhere else, paladins are rely heavily on their mounts. They're their, right hand. And especially since you guys do a lot of outdoor combat, they could be very useful.
And the combat stuff looked like a mess, so I just
it is super messy, and so I do have a homebrew for it. I've been researching it.
Because I wanted to, when I was actually thinking of other characters when we moved past the Aristo stuff, I was gonna try to build a paladin that was super mount centric because I thought it was just fucking awesome. I just haven't gotten there.
So I will just say, for utility purposes, you can put people on it. And I looked it up. Anybody can ride it. But it's basically controlled by you, and it's a special bond you have to it. That said, we can make it a quest for you to basically find your spirit animal.
Cool. Okay.
Because it's something that'd be narratively interesting.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Let's do it that way.
And you would have to pick what kind of thing you want, and we could talk about that. There's lots of options, and then we can allow for things that normally aren't in that list if they make sense to you.
Okay.
Obviously,
we can just build it into a quest or whatever, or have it be a part of, or both, my training with Dorn and stuff. Just say it's just not something that I've unlocked too well yet.
Right, so Find Steed normally allows you to find just a normal horse, and then Find Greater Steed, which is something you only get at level 13. It allows for flying mounts.
Whoa, sweet. Okay.
So cool. That's how Dorn
we'll talk about it later.
Yep.
Thank you.
John, quick question.
Yeah, dude.
The location unknown, I see Terran and then 2 other people. Who are the 2 other people?
Pansy and Dargil.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, Pansy's that orc.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got it. And Darkhill. All right. Noted.
Yeah, Dargil's art's, that's what Chris gave me. It's kind of hard to see the face, but that's kind of on purpose because his face is always shrouded. So, but yeah. And then Pansy never had any art because she left long enough ago. So I had to just kind of improvise something.
Got it.
There's not much half orc female pirate art.
It looks good though. She looks fierce.
Yeah, I figured we'd make her look fierce.
She always was.
Yes. And I don't. Why is the music fucking ending? It's the theme song right now.
This was a great session, John.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, good work.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it.
Balls, but all really fucking cool ones.
Just beat the shit out of my trolls.
Yep.
My trolls.
We have a lot of anger.
Really, it was really good that I had flame spheres prepared.
Holy shit! That was the thing I was thinking. I was without Terran Do you guys even have fire damage or acid damage? I didn't think about Bosner, but I was just imagining a scenario where you guys were like killing them every round over and over with no end in sight. Trying to.
I was already thinking about a way to like try to like behead them to slow them down and then run away from their bodies as they grope around.
Didn't work.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it was lucky.
It's pretty
Yeah, I'm
wild.
gonna have to update the text on this page, but yeah. So same time next week, I guess. And thanks for everybody. It worked out really well. And I don't know if you have any questions. Feel free.
Nope.
Oh yeah, John. Can we? I was wondering how, since we lost all of our shit, basically. Are we able to get regular weapons for free at the guild?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Cool. All right.
You can basically get stocked up with all the standard shit.
Okay.
And you're about to. I mean, if you make it to Gunderlin and back, you're about to cash in on a pretty big quest. So maybe you'll be able to buy back some of your magic items.
But we're gonna go steal those magic items back and rescue Terran in the process.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. I'll prepare the scenario.
Cool. It was fun, guys. See you next week.
See you,
See you
everybody.
next
Bye.
week.
Bye.
You guys.
Yeah.